Luo Feng always thought. After getting the legacy of Meteor Ink Star, he was the most unique person on Earth. Until that day, he realized the real monster was never in the ruins, but always right by his side. Blue Star Year 2059. Luo Feng just returned fully loaded from Meteor Ink Star ship, about to go home to see his parents. But before he entered Mingyu community, Babada in his mind suddenly went off. Damn, Luo Feng. What is up with this guy in front of you? Brain domain value, 7,000. Isn't Earth's brain domain cap 100? How did a monster with 7,000 pop up? Luo Feng stopped in his tracks. He looked over as Babada sensed. Standing in front of him wasn't some cosmic powerhouse, or some ancient monster from ruins, but his good friend Lin Yan, just an ordinary Earth kid, who grew up together with Luo Hua, his little brother. Back when Luo Hua had a car accident, Lin Yan pushed him out of the way. When Luo Hua was bullied at school, Lin Yan stood up for him. Even the year Luo Feng was stuck in the death trial, when Li Yao and his wife targeted Luo Feng's family, 18-year-old Lin Yan suddenly showed the power of a war god, scared those psychos off by force. So in Luo Feng's eyes, Lin Yan is not an enemy, he's a friend and a brother. But Babada sounded more and more freaked out. Luo Feng, you better be careful with him. Don't be fooled by him only being a level 9 apprentice now. He might beat you, even if you're planetary level. Luo Feng was shocked. A level 9 apprentice threatening a planetary level? How is that possible? Just as Luo Feng was about to test Lin Yan spoke first. Luo, can I borrow something from you? Luo Feng didn't even think about it. With our relationship, if I have it, you don't just have to borrow. I'll give it to you. Lin Yan smiled. Luo Feng's eyes narrowed at his next words. I need 100 wood crystal pills to break through to planetary level. Luo Feng went silent. Babada in his mind totally lost it. How does he know you have wood crystal pills? How does he know you have 100 of them? That's the Meteor Ink Star ship's secret. Don't agree yet, Luo Feng. Try to probe him first. But before Babada could finish, Luo Feng already took out 100 wood crystal pills. Is this enough? If it's not, I have more. Babada was nearly livid. Idiot, you just gave them to him. But Lin Yan just took the pills and calmly said, Luo, come with me to the wild zone. I'll show you what a real breakthrough is. Luo Feng was still processing when Lin Yan kicked off and shot out like a flash. So fast, even the air seemed ripped apart. Luo Feng chased at full speed on his shuttling sky sled, barely able to keep up. At that moment, he realized Babada wasn't exaggerating. Lin Yan really was different. But what they didn't know was, Lin Yan isn't even from this world.
His first time travel was to the Armor Warrior world.
There he got the purest 5 elements bloodline. He summoned the ultimate Emperor armor, even fought into the Shadow Realm, and battled the Shadow Emperor at full power. He won. But after that fight, some mysterious force pulled him into the Swallowed Star world. His Emperor armor mutated because of it. Since then, Lin Yan could never fuse with it again. His body was too weak. He wanted to summon the Emperor armor again. He'd have to break through to planetary level. Now, with 100 wood crystal pills in hand, his chance finally came. Deep inside the wild zone, Lin Yan stopped walking, slowly looked up at the sky. The next second, all 100 pills shattered at once. A surge of life energy, like 100 rivers flowing to the sea, rushed wildly into his body. At the same time, Lin Yan lifted his hand, pulling the blazing sun from the sky. A blinding golden beam of light came crashing down from above, swallowing him completely. The air started to ionize. The ground cracked apart. Rocks barely got lifted off before they evaporated from the crazy heat. Centered on Lin Yan, a golden field exploded outward. 100 feet around, looked like a newborn sun shining over everything. When Luo Feng arrived on his shuttling sky sled, he was stunned. This isn't just a breakthrough. It's like a god descending. And just as the golden light was at its peak, Lin Yan's voice echoed through the wilderness. Emperor armor fusion. Boom. A golden beam shot up to the sky. Dragon roar shaking the clouds. A suit of gold, black, and red armor slowly emerged from the light. Dragon body, eagle wings, tortoise legs. horns, 5 elements totem swirling on the chest plate, mirror of heaven and earth reflecting sun and moon, emperor belt radiating the light of reincarnation. At this moment, the emperor had arrived. Luo Feng was speechless. Babada just lost his mind. Whoa, gold, wood, water, fire, and wind, thunder, light, plus time and space. 10 primal law fluctuations. He just broke through planetary level and triggered all 10 primal laws. What kind of monster is this? I've traveled the universe for millions of years with my master. Never seen a freak like this. But what really broke Babada came next. After the Emperor armor fusion, the world turned quiet. The wind stopped. Dust froze in midair. Even time and space seemed to pause under some force. Only Lin Yan could still breathe in this world. In the next moment, a vast will from deep space descended on this planet. The universe source will was here personally. Lin Yan stood in the golden light, looked up at that invisible will. Then he said something that made Babada question his life. Primal law will, stick with me. Silence, dead silence. A moment later, a streak of light entered Lin Yan's forehead. His consciousness was pulled into a strange space. Endless primal pools everywhere, countless points of light floating inside, each one like a special skill or talent. Lin Yan could have chosen the talent Luo Feng would get. Far in the future, I am the universe. But the Emperor armor picked for him instead. An even more massive orb of light. Next second, the light orb merged into his mind. Lin Yan got a brand new talent skill, Universe Will's agent. From now on, anyone at his level trying to kill him will be hated by Universe Will. Higher level opponents attacking him will get suppressed by the Universe Source Will. He can even actively communicate with Universe Will and find ownerless opportunities scattered across the universe. Lin Yan slowly opened his eyes. But Babada was totally broken. I want a refund. Why did I choose Luo Feng in the first place? Why didn't Lin Yan run into me when he went to Mist Island? Such a talented guy. I actually missed him. Luo Feng's face turned dark. Just now he thought he was Earth's chosen one. But now, he feels more like the chosen one's friend. The next second, Babada popped right out of Luo Feng's consciousness space. This usually arrogant little demon suddenly clung to Lin Yan's arm. Mr. Lin Yan, Master Lin Yan, do you want to join our Yunmo planet? My master is a great immortal god. As long as you're willing, all the knowledge of Yunmo planet is yours. Luo Feng was stunned watching this. When he joined Yunmo planet, Babada wasn't like this at all. Back then, Babada was proud and picky, looked down on him as an Earth native. But now with Lin Yan, he almost wants to worship him right here. Lin Yan just shook his head. No thanks, I have my own path. Yunmo planet isn't right for me. Babada's face instantly fell. But Lin Yan's next words made his eyes light up again. But Luo Feng is my brother. Since he's with Yunmo planet, I'll look after him from now on. Your enemies at Yunmo planet, once I'm strong enough, I can help deal with too. Babada's mood instantly flipped. But when he looked at Luo Feng, he still looked annoyed. Luo Feng, you're one lucky guy. For a backwater like Earth, Lin Yan turned out to be an absolute genius. Your biggest achievement might be just being friends with someone like him. For the first time, Luo Feng felt being Yunmo planet's heir isn't that cool anymore. But Lin Yan didn't care about any of this. He just looked into the distance and calmly asked, Babada, I'm heading to space. Are you willing to bring Luo Feng too? Babada got excited right away because he knew Earth was just too small to ever breed true powerhouses. But for a monster like Lin Yan, once he enters the universe, he's not just talented, he's a disaster. A nightmare for all the universe's chosen ones. Last time, Lin Yan fused with the Emperor armor. All 10 primal laws appeared at once. Babada freaked out on the spot. He even grabbed Lin Yan's arm, begging him to join Yunmo planet. But Lin Yan refused. He just said one thing. Earth is too small. I'm leaving for the universe. Luo Feng thought that meant Lin Yan just wanted off Earth. But he quickly found out what Lin Yan really wanted wasn't to get stronger alone, but to push him forward too. What Luo Feng didn't know is, deciding to leave Earth this time would completely change his fate. Because in Lin Yan's eyes, Earth now is too weak. So weak that even some random spaceship in the universe could decide this planet's fate. At first, Luo Feng didn't say yes right away. Not because he's afraid to die, but because he can't let go. His parents are here. His brother Luo Hua. And his newlywed Su Xin. If he leaves Earth, who will protect them? Lin Yan picked up on his hesitation and just asked one thing. Luo, do you think staying on Earth keeps them safe? Luo Feng looked up. Lin Yan's voice was calm. Do you really think monsters are the greatest threat here? The real disaster is, one day, a spaceship just stops above Earth. They won't need to attack. All they have to do in the interstellar system is claim this unknown planet as theirs. By then, your parents Su Xin, Luo Hua, even all of mankind on Earth wouldn't be people anymore, but someone else's property. Those words completely changed Luo Feng's face. Because he'd never thought about it before, the true threat to mankind isn't necessarily monsters. It could come from beyond the stars. Babada nodded next to him. Lin Yan's right. The universe isn't some peaceful place. You Earthlings have no owner, no legal status, no real powerhouse in charge. If interstellar mercenaries find you, the whole planet could become someone else's private property. By then, your parents, your wife, even all humans on Earth could be sold into the slave market. Luo Feng slowly clenched his fists. Right then, he finally got it. Staying on Earth isn't safety.
Danger just hasn't arrived yet.
If you really want to protect your family, you've got to go out first. Beat danger to the punch. After a long silence, Luo Feng finally spoke up. Fine, I'll go to the universe with you. Babada instantly lit up. Yes, yes, yes. I've wanted to leave this backwater forever. But after the excitement, he suddenly remembered one thing. Wait, Lin Yan, do you have a spaceship? Lin Yan shook his head. Nope. Babada was about to roll his eyes, but Lin Yan's next words left him stunned. But I know where to find one, and I'll need your help. The three quickly arrived at ancient ruins No. 12. Hiding here was a fully intact Black Dragon Mountain X-81 spaceship. If they fix it up, they can really leave Earth and head into the universe. Along the way, there were laser tunnels and firefly guards, and smart defense systems one after another. For an average planetary warrior, they'd have died 100 times over. But with Lin Yan around, they avoided every danger ahead of time. Even when Babada was about to force the security system, Lin Yan gave a sudden reminder. Watch out for the self-destruct. Babada instantly froze and broke into a cold sweat. Without Lin Yan there, he might have really blown up the ship just now. Babada stubbornly snorted. Of course I knew that. I was just testing your reactions. Luo Feng glanced at him, but said nothing, though his eyes clearly said, not buying it. In the end, the Black Dragon Mountain X-81 ship was theirs. It only needs less than 2 months for repairs, and they'll be able to leave Earth. That means, from this moment on, the door from Earth to the universe was finally opened early by Lin Yan. And Luo Feng didn't take advantage of Lin Yan. Finding the ship was Lin Yan's idea, and he saved them from many dangers. So Luo Feng offered to split the money from selling the ship 50-50. He also gave Lin Yan one of the Silver Guard robots, plus a storage ring, an AI smart brain, and a bunch of Muya crystals. Lin Yan looked at Luo Feng. Only one thought popped into his mind. No wonder he's City Lord Luo. This guy is really decent. But there's no way to keep this breakthrough quiet. Not from Earth's top powerhouses. When they came out of the ruins, 2 fighter jets arrived nearby. Hang and Thunder God got out of the jets. They looked at Luo Feng, then glanced at Lin Yan, who just left. Confusion filled their eyes. Luo Feng, about half an hour ago, there was a huge energy surge in the wilderness. It was terrifying. Satellites showed you were nearby then. The guy who just left was Lin Yan, right? What happened to him? Why did his energy suddenly get so scary? Luo Feng didn't hide anything, thanks to Lin Yan's reminder. He told them about getting the Meteor Ink Star legacy, and that Lin Yan merged the Emperor armor. Plus Babada appeared. He explained briefly. After Thunder God listened, he was stunned for a few seconds. Then he slapped Luo Feng on the shoulder. Kid, you're something else. No wonder your strength shot up after leaving ruins No. 9. You leveled up fast, so you had some luck behind it. But Hang cared more about Lin Yan, not really about Luo Feng. He looked at Luo Feng and seriously asked, "So who exactly is your friend Ling Yan? Why does he know so much about the universe? Why did his breakthrough to planet level cause such a stir? Why was it so loud when he leveled up?" Luo Feng shook his head. "I don't know either. He just said he also got an inheritance from the universe. And he turned down Babada's offer to be his student." As soon as Luo Feng said that, Babada instantly got jealous. "Come on, you earthlings really love to overthink. If Ling Yan really wanted trouble, even if all of Earth teamed up, you couldn't take even a single finger from him. Better ask me to let you join Meteor Ink Star. Maybe you guys can get in. Who knows? Maybe connection might get you a servant gig in Lin Yan's house. Maybe you could become his steward." When Thunder God heard this, he glared right away. "What are you saying, kid? We're all planet level. Is the gap really that big?" Babada blew up, calling Thunder God a kid. "You dare call the great Babada kid? Ignorant fool. You have no idea how outrageous Ling Yan and that monster really is." Speaking of this, Babada suddenly laughed. He laughed like a little devil. "Since you guys don't agree, let's make a bet. When Lin Yan gets back, all three of you go at him together. As long as he doesn't go easy, he'll totally crush you." Thor got interested right away. "A bet? Sure. 3-on-1, us against him. No way we'll lose that hard." Han stayed quiet, but didn't refuse either. Luo Feng was a bit hesitant, but he actually wanted to know how big the gap was between him and Lin Yan. Babada saw them agree. His smile got even bigger, because he knew these three top Earth warriors were about to learn something. Some gaps can't be closed by numbers. Meanwhile, Lin Yan had arrived at an ancient ruin. He looked at the entrance untouched for years, slowly raised his hand, started his talent skill. An invisible wave spread out. Ancient opportunities hidden in Earth's depths finally started surfacing one by one. 3 days later, in Mingyu District's training room, Luo Feng stared at the black gold giant egg on the table, frowning deeply. He still didn't know that this egg wasn't just some treasure. It was Lin Yan giving him a second life. "Lin Yan, so this is what you wanted to give me." Babada circled the egg several times. She was curious at first, but when Lin Yan said those 4 words, Babada's face changed instantly. "Golden horned beast." The training room went quiet. Luo Feng didn't get it, but Babada did. He stared hard at the egg. His voice got sharp. "What did you say?" "This is one of the 12 peak star beasts. The golden horned beast, a top bloodline." Lin Yan nodded. "That's right. If it grows up normally, even without real effort, it'll reach Domain Lord, level at peak." Luo Feng heard that and froze instantly. Not long ago, Babada had mapped out his future. In 50 years, become a star level. In 500 years, universe level. Thousands or even tens of thousands of years for Domain Lord. As for Domain Lord, even Babada couldn't guarantee it. Now, Lin Yan said, "The life inside this egg doesn't need to do a thing. Will grow to Domain Lord peak." For the first time, Luo Feng really felt what unfairness in the universe meant. Some people fight all their lives and can't reach the threshold, but some lives are born at the finish line. Lin Yan looked at him and continued, "Golden horned beast's power isn't just its bloodline. It has 3 talents. Devour, enhance, split body. Eating metal lets it grow fast. In battle, it can boost its power and speed instantly. Most importantly, it can have 3 split bodies, as long as the core survives. Even if the main body and clones are killed, it can resurrect." Babada was almost losing it with excitement. He knew better than anyone what this meant for Luo Feng. This isn't just an egg. It's a ticket for Luo Feng to catch up with cosmic geniuses. But Lin Yan's next words really made Luo Feng freeze. "Luo, do you want the golden horned beast or not?" Luo Feng suddenly looked up. Lin Yan looked calmly at him. "Just take over its body? From now on, you'll have the golden horned beasts. Bloodline, talents, and clone abilities. You're no longer just an Earth warrior. You'll really be qualified for the universe." Babada shouted right away. Luo Feng say yes. "This is a huge opportunity. If you miss it, I'll roast you forever." But Luo Feng didn't answer immediately. He lowered his head at the egg. He wasn't thinking about Domain Lord Peak. nor being a cosmic genius. He was thinking of Sushin, his parents, his brother Luo Hua, the life he'd finally gotten stable. If he took over the beast's body, would he still be Luo Feng? Could he still go home and eat his mom's food? Could he still stand before Sushin as a normal person? He stayed silent for a long time. Luo Feng pushed the egg back to Lin Yan. Lin Yan, you found this. Something so important should be yours. It's not that he didn't want power. He just couldn't take what his brother fought so hard to get. Babata flipped out at Luo Feng. You idiot. Do you even know what this egg means for you? A chance like this, other people would beg for it. Babata kept yelling in Luo Feng's mind. But suddenly, his voice stopped, because a flaming red neck stepped out of Lin Yan's body. Fiery heat filled the whole training room. Luo Feng froze. Babata froze too. It was a red suit of armor, like a dragon rising from flames. Lin Yan spoke calmly. Let me introduce my clone, Flame Dragon Armor. Luo Feng opened his mouth, but couldn't say a word. Lin Di, you have a clone too. Lin Yan smiled at him. Were you wondering why my planet-level breakthrough made so much noise? I already have my own clone, so the golden horned beast's egg is useless for me. But it's useful for you. Luo, I'm not just giving it for free. I want Babata's Ink Star legacy. It's a trade, so don't worry about it. Luo Feng was still frowning. I'm just a normal earthling, suddenly becoming a golden horned beast. I'm not sure I can accept it. This time Lin Yan didn't laugh at him. He spoke seriously. After taking the beast's body, you can use your own body to grow your first clone. That way, you can still look like Luo Feng. Your soul is still yours. Your family won't lose you, but you'll have true power to protect them. That made Luo Feng go quiet. He finally understood. Lin Yan didn't want him to become a monster. He just wanted Luo Feng to handle monsters. Earth is too weak. Weak enough that if the universe finds it, everyone could end up slaves. Parents, brothers, Sushin. Everyone Luo Feng wants to protect. Their fate could change with a word. If he wants to protect them, he can't just be an Earth talent. He needs to be a cosmic powerhouse. Luo Feng slowly looked up, Lin Yan. I can accept it, but I want to know one thing. Lin Yan looked at him. What is it? Luo Feng stared at him, asked word by word, just how big is the gap between us? As soon as he said that, Babata's eyes lit up. This was the moment he'd been waiting for. Next second, Babata floated straight over to Lin Yan, wearing a wicked grin. Lin Yan teaching one person is still a lesson. So teaching 3 is still just a lesson. Why not call over Hong and Thor too? Let them see for themselves what a real gap in the universe looks like. Lin Yan glanced at him. You're just using me to beat them up, right? Babata let out a sly laugh. Especially Thor. That guy actually dared to talk back to the great Babata. Make sure to give him special attention. As long as you don't kill him, beat him up as hard as you want. Lin Yan paused, then said, Fine, but you better record it. Especially the part where Luo gets beat down. If he ever makes it big someday, that video could be worth a lot. Babata instantly burst out laughing. Deal! 20 minutes later, 2 fighters hovered over Mingyu community. Hong arrived. Thor came too. As soon as Thor landed, he gave Lin Yan a big grin. Back already? That was quick. Lin Yan raised an eyebrow. It's whatever if Luo Feng calls me Little Four. But Thor just met me and he's already picking ranks. Lin Yan suddenly chuckled. That nickname doesn't fit. We're not sworn brothers. From now on, I'm here to guide your training. So if we're gonna argue about titles, you all should call me teacher. Thor immediately cracked up. Teacher Little Four? You sure talk big. Lin Yan didn't argue. He just raised a finger for a bet. All 3 of you come at me at once. If I don't beat you in 5 seconds, I'll go by Little Four from now on. But if I win in 5 seconds, starting now, until all 3 of you can beat me together, you call me teacher when you see me. Thor started laughing right away. Forget 5 seconds. Even 3 against 1 for 5 minutes. There's no way we'd lose. Luo Feng clenched his fist too.
He wanted to find out the gap between himself and Lin Yan.
Hong stayed silent, but his eyes got serious. The bet was set, and from this moment on, Earth's top 3 warriors were about to have the wildest lesson of their lives. Half an hour later, deep in the wilderness, Lin Yan stood alone in the center. Luo Feng, Hong, and Thor each surrounded him from a different side. Babata was off to the side recording everything, laughing like a little devil. Lin Yan looked at them, his voice calm. You ready? Come at the same time. As soon as he finished, Thor charged first. His 9-layer thunder blade exploded into action. He moved so fast, he was like lightning. The blade aimed right for Lin Yan's throat. But the moment he got close, Lin Yan just casually raised his hand. Thunder? Well, I know thunder too. Next second, the law of thunder exploded. It was like Thor got tossed into a thunder prison. Lightning blasted him from all sides. He didn't even get off a second swing, just let out a miserable yell. Went crashing down, charred all over. Thor defeated. Luo Feng's pupils shrank. His Dantian shuttle instantly split into hundreds of blades, then reformed into a mountain drill. Charged up by fierce spiral force, it shot at Lin Yan. This was Luo Feng's strongest move. But Lin Yan didn't even dodge. He just flicked a finger. Ultimate gold speed. A streak of golden light tore through the air. Luo Feng's pride, the drill, shattered instantly. The leftover golden light pierced his body, opening tons of bloody wounds. He crashed hard. Luo Feng defeated. Only Hong was left. Hong unleashed his full domain. The space around them started to twist. But Lin Yan just stared at him and spoke softly. Not bad, but not enough. A beam of light coalesced down on him. It slammed down hard. Hong was smashed into the ground, blowing a giant crater open in the wilds. Hong defeated. From Lin Yan's first move to all three falling, less than 3 seconds. Babata held up the camera, laughing so wide his mouth almost split. Lin Yan put away his hand and asked, You got all that? Babata nodded quickly. Wait till they wake up. HD replay. I'll play it on loop. Lin Yan glanced at the 3 lying on the ground. Don't let them go back on the bet. With that, he turned to leave. But Babata just couldn't hold back, and finally asked that question. Lin Yan, when you took on all 3 of them, how much power did you use? Lin Yan really thought about it. This time, he didn't answer right away, because he was honestly doing the math. After a few seconds, he frowned and said, Should be less than a tenth. Babata's grin froze on his face. He knew Lin Yan was strong, but he never thought he'd be this insanely strong. Lin Yan continued, They're just too weak. I was already holding back a lot, but I had to dial it down even more, or I really would have killed them. Babata was silent for a long time. Finally, he could only squeeze out one sentence. Man, you really are a freak. No idea how long passed at the hospital. Luo Feng finally woke up from agony. He opened his eyes and saw the white ceiling. Hong and Thor were in the beds next to him. Hong looked pretty calm, but Thor looked totally soul-crushed, lying there with nothing left to live for. Luo Feng's voice was a bit hoarse. Babata, we lost. Babata floated out, gloating like crazy. To be exact, the 3 of you were wiped by Lin Yan in 3 seconds. Luo Feng was quiet a moment, then asked the thing he wanted to know most. How much strength did he use? Babata looked at him. Are you sure you want to hear it? I'm afraid you'll end up like Thor if you do. Luo Feng gritted his teeth. Babata slowly said. Lin Yan himself said, less than a tenth. Luo Feng's eyes shrank hard. A tenth? So that means Lin Yan took 3 seconds to beat them. Not because they could last that long, but because he was holding back to avoid killing them.
He actually had to waste 3 seconds for their sake.
Thor got shaken to his core by this answer, and totally questioned his life. But after Luo Feng stayed silent a long time, his eyes didn't dim. Instead, they started to shine. So what if the gap is huge? So what if he's way ahead? He can go from a 1 in a million shot to 1 in 10 million. As long as he's alive, as long as he keeps getting stronger, someday, he'll really stand beside Lin Yan. Babata looked at him and finally nodded with satisfaction. Now that's my successor. But Luo Feng, don't get too cocky. Next, you have to take over the golden horned beast. Gotta learn the universal language too, and get ready to leave Earth. Because once you're out in the universe, nobody will go easy on you, just because you're from Earth. A month and a half later, the Black Dragon Mountain X-81 ship was finally fixed. Luo Feng got his family set up, and finally made up his mind to inherit the golden horned beast. Hong and Thor wrapped up their Earth business, stepped down as masters, while Lin Yan cleaned up all the beast kings and emperors on Earth, ending the monster crisis that haunted humanity for years. Just like that, he ended it so casually. That day, everyone stood in front of the spaceship. Luo Feng glanced back at Earth. He knew that after leaving this time, he would never be just the kid guarding Jiangnan Bay City anymore. He was heading out to the universe to meet true powerhouses and to chase after someone who's way, way ahead of him. The spaceship door slowly opened. Lin Yan was the first to step inside, but right as the ship was about to launch, Babata suddenly noticed that Lin Yan had marked a strange coordinate on the star map. That coordinate wasn't on the safe route. Even Babata's database didn't have a complete record of it. Babata's face changed. Lin Yan, the first place you're going is not on the safe route. Lin Yan stared deep into the star map, his eyes eerily calm. I know, but my talent technique says something's waiting for me there. You won't find opportunities in safe places. Babata fell silent. Luo Feng clenched his fists. The next second, the Black Dragon Mountain ship broke through the clouds, flying into the endless sea of stars. What they didn't know was, deep in those coordinates, a storm that could change Earth's fate was already waiting ahead of time. Last time we saw the Black Dragon Mountain spaceship break through the clouds, heading into the endless star sea. Babata noticed Lin Yan's first mark on the star map wasn't even on the safe route. Even his database didn't have full info on it. Babata's face changed. Lin Yan, are you sure you want to go here? This place could be dangerous. But Lin Yan just calmly stared at the map. Then he said one line. Without danger, where would you find opportunities? Luo Feng thought Lin Yan just wanted to search for resources in the universe. But he soon realized Lin Yan's real goal was to push them right onto the stage of cosmic geniuses. After the ship entered the dark universe, 9 full days passed. Luo Feng, Hong, and Lei Shen went from excited at first to completely quiet later on, because they finally realized the universe is huge. So huge Earth's powerhouses don't even count as dust here. Yet Lin Yan was calm from start to finish. He didn't waste time spending the trip organizing resources, training secret techniques, and planning the next route. Until 9 days later, the ship finally left the dark universe. A massive, bustling planet appeared before them. Prison cage star, this isn't Earth. And it's not some safe newbie area either. It's where true cosmic powerhouses gather. Here, if you've got cash, you can buy anything. Training resources, slaves, weapons, secret arts, identities. Even the lives of the strong. But if you're weak, too much money could make you prey. Luo Feng stared at the cosmic civilization in front of him, so shocked he couldn't speak. But Lin Yan just glanced once, then spoke up. Let's sell our stuff first. No money in hand means no chance at opportunity. Next, they registered identities, set up bank accounts, and opened online universe accounts. But Lin Yan's real first step was heading to the treasure pavilion.
He brought all their resources from Earth
And turned them into cosmic startup assets. Luo Feng's second stage psychic weapon, liquid silver guard, plus some unused items, were all sold. They got 2,950 billion Black Dragon coins in total. Sounds like a lot, but it only converts to 80,000 universe coins. Luo Feng was shocked. That amount is already astronomical for him. But Lin Yan stayed clear-headed. He didn't sell his fourth stage weapon, because he knows in the universe, too much money without enough power is suicide. So he only sold stuff he could handle for now. Afterward, Lin Yan spent over 20,000 universe coins on buying woodfang crystals and other resources. Luo Feng and the others watched, stunned. But for Lin Yan, this money isn't wealth. It's just fuel for breaking through to the star level. After buying resources, Lin Yan didn't stick around. He just led them to the next place, Kaianwu Dojo. Babata looked puzzled. Why are you here? Lin Yan shot him a look. Training. And showing others my value at the same time. Babata didn't get it yet, what that meant. The next second, Lin Yan entered the virtual universe. Arrived inside the Kaianwu Dojo then. Right in front of Luo Feng, Hong Lei Shen, and Babata's shocked eyes. He walked straight to the dojo center and called out loudly, begging for a challenge. I'm a 6th stage, planet level. Anyone below the star level, defeat me in the slaughter arena. I'll reward you with 10,000 universe coins. Losers won't be punished. Who dares fight me? In one sentence, the whole Kainwu dojo exploded. 10,000 universe coins. That's 33 trillion black dragon coins. To these students, this isn't a challenge. It's money falling from the sky. But what really made them angry wasn't the money, but Lin Yan's attitude. A 6th stage planet level kid actually dared to call for kneeling challenge in Kainwu dojo. This isn't a challenge. It's stepping on the dojo's pride. Countless planet level students rushed in to challenge Lin Yan. Even distant dojo teachers got alarmed. Someone sneered. Where'd this brat come from? Daring to run wild in Kainwu dojo? Someone frowned. Planet level 6, and he claims to be unbeatable. He really thinks he grasped the domain? Someone else shook their head. Being too cocky isn't good for young people. Letting students humble him is fine. But next second, all the teachers went quiet. Because in the slaughter arena, Lin Yan used only one move to instantly defeat a 9th stage planet level student. That student didn't even get to react. Before his consciousness got booted from the arena, the teachers' faces changed instantly. Universe level teachers couldn't figure it out. Domain level teachers looked serious. Realm level teachers locked their eyes on Lin Yan. A while later, a realm level teacher spoke up, voice dry. Origin law fluctuations. This kid actually, at planet level, has already sensed the origin laws. As soon as he said that, all the teachers fell silent. You know, many domain level powerhouses can't even touch the law threshold. But this 6th stage planet level kid already sensed the origin laws. He's not just talented, he's a monster. But Lin Yan didn't stop. After instantly taking out several 9th stage planet level students, he actually looked a bit disappointed and shook his head. Way too weak. Still way too weak. This level of fighting isn't even worth watching. All the students here looked grim. But Lin Yan kept going. If you're too scared to fight me one-on-one, then come at me together. All planetary level students can enter the slaughter arena. Thousands versus just me. If you manage to beat me, the bet still stands. I'll give you 10,000 universe credits. The whole crowd went wild. Thousands of planetary level against a planet level 6th rank. If you're still afraid to fight, then you might as well leave the Kiangwu arena for good. Soon inside the virtual slaughter arena, thousands of planetary students packed the field. Lin Yan stood in the center alone, hands behind his back. He looked totally calm. Luo Feng watched the scene and couldn't even breathe. Any one of these planetary level students would be a top-tier powerhouse on Earth. Some of them, even Hung might not be able to beat easily. But here, thousands ganged up on Lin Yan. As soon as the fight began, thousands of attacks exploded at once. Yet Lin Yan didn't take a single step back. He just thought for a moment. The law of thunder exploded. Silvery arcs shot out like countless snakes. They instantly tore through the crowd. Each flash booted more than 100 students out of the arena. At the same time, the law of metal created hundreds of golden blades. All incoming attacks were shattered with pinpoint accuracy. Those golden blades even struck back. From start to finish, Lin Yan didn't even take a serious step. 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. All thousands of planetary students were knocked down. The arena was littered with bodies. But Lin Yan's robe stayed spotless, like he just brushed a leaf off his shoulder. The whole Kiamu arena was dead quiet. Luo Feng stood frozen. His jaw dropped like an egg. He stared hard at Lin Yan. He didn't dare even blink, because he finally understood. When Lin Yan fought the three of them, that wasn't a battle at all. It was just a lesson. It didn't even count as teaching. More like he was scared he might kill them by accident. So he held back just in case. Babata laughed coldly in Luo Feng's mind. Now you see how insane Lin Yan is, right? Dealing with these planetary geniuses, he just thinks and it's over. And that's not all his power. He only used thunder and metal laws. Don't forget, this monster mastered 10 origin laws. When he fought you three, he didn't just go easy. He poured out the whole Pacific Ocean. Luo Feng blushed, but he kept staring. The bigger the gap, the more he wanted to see clearly. Only by knowing the gap could he know what to chase. Everyone thought The challenge should be over by now. After all, one guy beat thousands. Yet Lin Yan wiped everyone out in 10 seconds. That result was enough too. Shut up the Qianwu arena. But Lin Yan just stood in the middle of the arena, his robe perfectly clean. So calm it was scary. He wasn't excited, wasn't showing off. It was like he had just finished a regular warm-up. Luo Feng looked at his back, with only one thought. So that's a real cosmic genius. No, he's not even a genius. He's a monster. The teachers across the arena finally realized what they'd seen today wasn't a regular challenge, but an event big enough to shake up the top ranks of the cosmic nation. Just as the whole arena fell silent, Lin Yan slowly looked up. His gaze passed over the fallen planetary students and landed on the distant group of star-level students watching the show. The next second, every star-level student's face changed. They suddenly had a bad feeling. Lin Yan beating thousands was really just a warm-up. The real chaos for the Qianwu arena was just about to begin. Last episode, Lin Yan had just arrived at Prison Dragon Star and barged straight into the Qianwu arena. One line, kneel and beg for a chance. He instantly fired up the whole crowd. Thousands of planetary students tried to swarm him. But Lin Yan didn't even step seriously. In just 10 seconds, he wiped out thousands. Planet-level students. The whole Qianwu arena went totally silent. Everyone thought the challenge should be over now. But Lin Yan just stood in the middle of the arena, his robe spotless as before. So calm it was scary. He wasn't excited, wasn't showing off.
It was like he had just finished
a basic warm-up. Then, next second, his eyes passed over the fallen planetary students and fixed on the distant group of star-level students watching. Every star-level student's face suddenly changed. They got a bad feeling all of a sudden. Lin Yan beating thousands just now really was only the warm-up. The real chaos for Qianwu arena was just starting. Everyone snapped their heads up. Lin Yan looked at those star-level students watching the show. He spoke calmly. Same rules. If you're below universe level, anyone who beats me solo gets 10,000 universe credits. So who dares fight me? The whole Qianwu arena exploded. A 6th rank planetary challenging star levels. And not just 1st rank star levels. Anyone below universe level can come up. Those star level students looked worse and worse. They came to watch. But now the trouble landed on them. If they win, it's no glory. If they lose, it's pure embarrassment. As things went awkwardly silent, an old man with massive pressure suddenly appeared in the arena. He had a flame mark on his forehead, clearly recognized by the origin. Law as a realm lord. He coldly stared at those hesitating star-level students. You're scared to face a 6th rank planetary's challenge? Seriously? With this mindset, how do you expect to get stronger? The star-level students started sweating bullets, but nobody knew. This realm lord was scolding them on the surface, but secretly he was messaging his superiors in panic. Sir 13, Qianwu Arena on Prison Dragon Star, found an unbelievable genius. This guy might crack the top 10 cosmic talent battles, or even take 1st place. Once the message was sent, the star-level challenge officially started. The realm lord called out a star-level rank 9 student. Biona, not only is he star-level 9, he also commands 5 layers of wind domain. Plus, he wields a rank 5 weapon. Even normal universe level 3 fighters might not be a match for him. Everyone looked at Ling Yang with a bit of pity. He's done for this time. Planetary 6 versus star level 9. That's a huge difference. Not to mention Biona's got 5 domains and a rank 5 weapon. Ling Yan is a real talent, but he's way over his head this time. Inside the virtual slaughter arena, Biona unleashed his wind domain. Wind roared everywhere, his killing intent locked onto Ling Yan. Ling Yan looked at the wind domain, and his lips turned up a little. Wind, that's interesting. Next second, the law of wind crashed down. That wasn't a domain, but something deeper than domain. Pure law. Biona's wind domain actually started to get suppressed. But that wasn't all. Ling Yan reached out with his left hand. The law of wood quietly surged. Fresh, lively energy. Merge into the gale. Wind fuels the wood. Wood draws from the wind. 2 laws intertwine perfectly. Imperial River Wind Piercer. A massive green spiral spike forms, with wind's edge and wood's life. It tears through the void, heading straight for Biona. The teachers outside are frantic. The law of wind. The law of wood? Didn't he only grasp thunder and gold? Planet level 6. And he has mastered 4 laws. And his secret technique shows signs of law fusion. This strike leaves them speechless. But as the smoke clears, Biona is still standing, though coughing up blood, and looking deathly pale. She wasn't kicked from the field. Ling Yan frowned slightly. It hurts, but not enough.
His gene energy is too vast.
And his weapon has the edge. Biona thinks she sees a chance. Enduring her injuries, she charges Ling Yan with her blade. You're just planet level after all. This 10,000 universe coins is mine. Ling Yan doesn't retreat. Instead, he meets her head on. Biona is ecstatic. But the moment her blade hits, Ling Yan's figure vanishes. Phantom! Biona's face pales. But it's too late. A calm voice whispers in her ear. Zen seal. In the next second, Biona's mind goes blank. Time seems to stop for an instant. Then his second voice, Thunder Sky. A violent force of gold and thunder blasts into Biona's body. Her vision goes dark. Next, she's kicked back to reality. She stands there, completely dazed. I lost? The dojo falls silent again. The stellar level students who scoffed now can't say a single word. Planet level 6 beats stellar level 9 against a tier 5 domain user, wielding a rank 5 weapon. This isn't just a genius. This is a monster among monsters. World Lord teachers look at him. Their gaze has completely changed. They know this matter is now beyond the Dragon Star Dojo's pay grade. Elsewhere, General 13 just saw Ling Yan sweep thousands of students. He was set for the Black Dragon region. But right then, the Dragon Star Dojo masters. Urgent video arrived. 13 frowned at first. Why is this master so impulsive? Even for a top genius battle seed, there's no need to rush me. But as he opened the second video, he froze. In the footage, Ling Yan uses Windwood Fusion, then a Phantom to dodge, the Zen Seal to control, and Thunder Sky for the kill. 13 is more shocked as he watches. 5 lower laws, spatial phantoms, and suspected time stillness. This means this planet level 6 kid hasn't just grasped lower laws.
He has even touched time and space.
The 2 higher laws. 13 is silent for a long time, with only one thought left. The potential of a venerable. No, maybe even more. Next, he doesn't go to Dragon Star.
He turns for the Kainwu secret realm.
My lord, I have great news. Inside the dojo, Luo Feng watches the dojo master, desperately stopping Ling Yan. He feels a bit uneasy. He whispers, Brother Ling. Babara says, they won't lose face and try to silence us, right? Ling Yan looks at him and shakes his head. Luo, stop hiding your light. In the universe, the weak hide to stay alive. But a true genius must be seen. The stronger you appear, the more the high-ups value you, more resources for you, and better protection. This is the Kainwu Dojo. My battle records are already saved in the virtual universe. They won't touch me. They don't need to. They are stopping me, because someone higher is coming. Luo Feng nods thoughtfully. He's used to hiding his cards, but today he first realized that in the universe, hiding isn't always safety. Sometimes exposure is the best shield. Before long, a spatial rift opens in the center. An elder with a soul-shaking aura steps out of the rift with just one look at Ling Yan. Ling Yan feels his entire mind crushed into total chaos. If not for a sudden warm current blocking that immense pressure, he would have collapsed on the spot. The elder marvels. Interesting. Planet level 6. Mastered all 10 basic laws. Willpower like a domain lord. 100-fold gene body. Clearly a human soul. Yet like a special life form. A power inside I can't even see. Even when I tested you just now, the primal universe seemed to resist me. What a strange little fellow. Space-time around them freezes. Teachers and students all stand, like frozen statues in place. Only Ling Yan can hear him speak. The elder looks at him, his tone surprisingly gentle. Don't be afraid, little one. I am the Lord of Kainwu, founder of this universe nation, and master of this dojo. Child, do you have a teacher?
If not,
How about becoming my disciple? Ling Yan bows his head. He knows his chance has come. Great Lord, I am Ling Yan, from a planet in Black Dragon Star. I currently have no teacher. I only found some cosmic legacies. If you'll have me, I am willing to learn from you. The kind Wu Lord hears this, and his smile beams. Good. From today on, you are my 459th personal disciple. General 13 stands aside, bowing respectfully at once. Congratulations, my lord. And congratulations, Prince Ling Yan, on joining his lordship's sect. The lord is more pleased by the second. Peerless talent, no previous teacher, and a human. This isn't just a lucky find. It's the universe will gifting him. He looks at Ling Yan and asks kindly, Good disciple, do you have anything left to do? Here or in your home?
if not,
Come with me to the secret realm. The genius battle is in 7 years. I hope you'll train hard for these 7 years. Win first place in this year's genius battle for me. I might be able to. Ling Yan bows. Disciple accepts the order. But master, I have one more request. The former Waguo ruler was in a great mood. He turned to look at Luo Feng and the others. Master, I came to the universe this time with 3 friends from my clan. They've helped me a lot back home. Now that I have your guidance, I want to help them too. Could you take them with us, master? The former Waguo ruler heard this and was even more pleased. His talent is off the charts, and he knows gratitude. Such a disciple is more and more pleasing. No problem. Of course, it's fine. Then the ruler waved his sleeve. Lin Yan, Luo Feng Heng, and Lei Shen were instantly put into the world ring. The ruler tore open a space rift and took them away from prisoner Dragonstar, heading to the Kaienwu secret realm. Arriving at the secret realm, Luo Feng and the other 2 were left outside the palace. Ling Yan was taken by the ruler into the hall alone for private training. The ruler looked at Ling Yan, eyes full of expectation. Show me all the laws and secret skills you've mastered so far. Lin Yan didn't hesitate. He showed each of his abilities one by one. At first the ruler just nodded, but as he watched, his face changed more and more. Impressive. You've made it into all 10 origin laws. Your bloodline talent is incredible. But listen, disciple, in cultivation, never try to do too much at once. Training all 10 laws together is extremely hard. Best to pick one path, like time, space, or fusion. Or else you might look good early on, but struggle to break through later. The ruler spoke earnestly. He really wanted to train Ling Yan. But Ling Yan didn't agree right away. He was silent a moment, then looked up and said, Teacher, my situation is special, so training multiple laws together might suit me better. The ruler frowned a bit, but before he could speak, Ling Yan stepped forward. Next second, 5 armored clones appeared in the hall. Flame Dragon, Wind Eagle, Black Rhino, Snow Mastiff, Earth Tiger. 5 armored clones, all with different auras, yet still linked to Ling Yan's main body. The ruler was stunned on the spot. 5 clones at once. And then, this popular universe blogger nearly cursed out loud. You actually have 5 clones. You know, clones are one of the top survival talents in the universe. Even gold-horned beasts, the top bloodline, only get 3 clone slots in their life. But Ling Yan has 5. What's more unbelievable? The ruler took a closer look. His eyes almost turned red with envy. Each clone not only has 1 or 2 lower-level law talents, but all have time and space talents too. Plus, every single clone has 1,000 times genetic level. 1,000 times genetics. You know what that means? Across the whole origin universe, there are barely any unique beings born with genes over 1,000 times. Most cosmic giants pile up endless resources and still can't reach this level. But Lin Yan just shows off. 5 clones all with 1,000 times genetics. The ruler stared at Lin Yan, almost going insane. What is your bloodline, really? Your own body is at 100 times genes, and that's impressive. So why are your clones 10 times higher? Lin Yan replied respectfully, Master, my body's bloodline is lower for now, but I have a secret method to boost gene levels, as long as I get enough resources. My main body's gene level will go far above my clones later. The ruler fell silent. He suddenly felt a little dizzy. He actually thought 100 times genes was low. But even 100 times genes is the dream of countless top warriors. And it gets crazier. Lin Yan continued. Master, when I broke through to planetary level, the universe's origin will gave me a unique gifted secret technique. The ruler's eye twitched. There's more? Lin Yan nodded. I can't say the name of this talent, but I'll tell you what it does. After I use it, I can sense where in the universe there might be unclaimed treasures. Earlier in my hometown, I used this talent to find some lost ancient legacy, including 4th tier and 2nd tier weapons, and even mechanical race ships. The ruler was totally speechless, because right then, he thought of his own painful past. He died 3 times on the origin star, lost all his treasures, and fell deep into debt. A ruler of a universe, yet ended up the richest man of humanity. But this new disciple is not only insanely talented, has insane cloning skills, and insane gene levels. He even has a treasure-finding talent. The ruler looked at Lin Yan, almost moved to tears. Disciple, are you the universe origin will's real son or something? Lin Yan blinked. Master, I'm a human prodigy, and also your disciple. Once I get stronger, with this gifted secret skill, isn't that basically like you having it too? Then we can explore the universe together, hunt for treasures together, and claim every hidden chance out there for ourselves. The ruler's eyes lit up. That's right. He's my disciple. The stronger Lin Yan gets, the more I benefit as a teacher. With Lin Yan's talent, as long as he stays alive, becoming a top-level venerable is a sure thing. When that happens, with Lin Yan's treasure-finding and clone skills, those secret realms of the universe become our private garden. Even if I just get a tiny share, maybe I can finally pay off my debts. Maybe even make a comeback. He thought to himself. The ruler kept looking at Lin Yan, liking him more and more, feeling more and more like this was his big chance to rise again. After a long moment, he muttered to himself, could it be my luck is finally turning around? Out in the hall, Luo Feng still didn't know that Lin Yan becoming a disciple didn't just change his own fate, but pulled all 3 Earthlings into the core of Kain Wu Universe's talent system. There are 7 years till the Universe Genius Battle. But for the Earthlings, the storm already began early. Last episode, the Kain Wu ruler made Lin Yan his personal disciple. But Luo Feng and the others didn't know. The real crazy part wasn't just the apprenticeship. But from that moment, Lin Yan got a 10 billion Han Yuan credit, peak Marquis privileges, immortals as bodyguards, realm lords as housekeepers. Just a rookie who had just left Earth suddenly became one of the most untouchable people in the Kain Wu universe. Inside the Kain Wu secret palace, the ruler liked Lin Yan more and more. In his heart, even if he lumped all other disciples together, none compared to Lin Yan alone. Because the ruler knew very well, as long as this disciple survives, being a venerable is the very least, and might even help him make a comeback. Thinking this, the ruler couldn't stop grinning. Alright, since that's the case, just focus on your cultivation here with me. I hope to see you advance to venerable soon. Then we'll explore the mysteries of the universe together. Speaking of which, Qian Wu's tone suddenly turned serious. But my disciple, with your amazing talent, I'll make sure you get the best resources. But in return, my expectations for you will be super strict. Are you willing? Lin Yan didn't hesitate at all. Disciple accepts? Qian Wu nodded in approval. He then tossed a world ring to Lin Yan. Gene Primordials, you won't have to waste time slowly training anymore. You have 100 times the genes. Your foundation is solid enough. Just boost it up with nutrient solution. Break through to star level 9 first. Once you reach star level 9, stop raising your level. Then focus totally on comprehending laws. Lin Yan took the world ring. He was instantly shocked. Qian Wu continued. With your talent and power now, even without my guidance, you're very likely to win first place in the genius battle. But I expect far more from you. So I'm giving you your first test. Within 3 years, both time and space laws must be fully analyzed to their essence. Within 10 years, you must comprehend at least one law essence from each. If you pull it off, you can cultivate all laws together. I won't interfere anymore. If you can't, just stick to time and space. Focus only on those. For regular geniuses, this is basically impossible. But Qian Wu just wants to see where Lin Yan's limits really lie. And Lin Yan still had no hesitation. Disciple understands. Qian Wu smiled.
He thought maybe this would curb
Lin Yan's ambition to master all laws. But he still underestimated Lin Yan. Then Qian Yu tossed another token to Lin Yan. This is your identity token from me. If you run into any issues with training, you can use the token to ask me, or any of my top experts for help. If you're in danger, smash it, and I'll come right away. Also, you may come to the hall once a year to report your cultivation progress to me. If you have any doubts, you can ask directly. Lin Yan felt a warm touch in his heart. But the next second, Qian Wu dropped an even bigger bombshell. About materials for boosting your gene ratio. I'm still not sure what you'll need. So for now, I'll open your virtual universe account with a limit of 1 billion Hunyuan credits, plus permission equal to a peak marquis. You can pick any resources yourself. Hearing all this, Lin Yan was totally stunned. 1 billion Hunyuan credits. What does that even mean? It's about what a newly promoted king-level expert has. That's their whole fortune level. And Qian Wu just dropped it on a disciple not even at star level yet. This acceptance gift is crazy heavy. Lin Yan bowed right away. Disciple thanks teacher. At that moment, Lin Yan only had one thought. This kindness, I must repay someday. With these resources, he can finally practice emperor diagram for real and push his gene ratio to even scarier levels. After leaving the hall, Lin Yan had just stepped out and saw Luo Feng, Hong, and Thunder God still confused. Divine General 13 was already waiting nearby. When Lin Yan came out, the usually cold aura of 13 softened into a tiny smile. Greetings, Your Highness Lin Yan. Please follow me. I'll lead you to your residence. Luo Feng and the other two heard Your Highness and were totally stunned. Not long ago, Lin Yan was their junior teacher. How did it change so fast? Even these terrifying strong people were now respectfully calling him Your Highness. But the first to realize Lin Yan's status change wasn't Luo Feng, nor Hong and Thunder God, but the stubborn Babata. Soon, Divine General 13 led them to a super spacious manor. Inside, an immortal, expert and 10 sector lords were waiting. But when Lin Yan saw that immortal, he was clearly startled, because up front wasn't the strict old man he'd imagined, but an incredibly beautiful woman, wearing a silver-black fitted battle armor, tall and slender, with a slim waistline, long dark purple hair hanging down her back, her eyes bright and striking, but not frivolous, her charm mixed with the unique pressure of an immortal expert, just standing there, like a blade hidden among flowers, beautiful, dangerous, and impossible to look away from. Lin Yan glanced just once, and his heart skipped a beat. He used to think the immortal protector arranged by Qian Ju would be some ruthless powerhouse. Didn't expect it would be a woman like her, and so stunning too. Lin Yan's ears got a little hot. He quickly looked away, but she caught the whole moment. A hint of smile flashed in her eyes. Her lips turned up slightly, but she didn't call it out. Divine General 13 introduced, Your Highness. From today onward, this manor is your residence. This is Vado, a senior immortal lord, also a younger relative of mine. She be responsible for your safety. And these 10 sector lords are the manor's managers. They handle all your daily affairs. If you have cultivation questions, you can also apply in the virtual universe for advice from any strong person here. You'll get a reply within 7 days. Lin Yan nodded. He was about to thank them. But Vado stepped forward first. She slightly bowed. Her voice had a relaxed, gentle humor. Vado greets Your Highness. From today on, your safety is my responsibility.
And now?
She looked up at Lin Yan with a smile in her eyes. But don't worry, Your Highness. Even though I'm your guard, I won't act cold all the time to scare you. If you need anything, be it for cultivation or daily life, just ask me. Lin Yan just got calm. But hearing this,
His ears got warm again.
He gave a light cough. Thank you, Vado. Vado smiled even wider. Calling me senior is too formal. You're the direct disciple of the ruler. Your status is high. Just call me Vado from now on. Of course, if you want to call me something closer, I don't mind either. As soon as she said this, Lin Yan froze right then. Luo Fengheng and Thor were stunned. They'd never seen anything like this before. Just now they were shocked to see an immortal acting as a guard. Now that same immortal was joking with Lin Yan. Lin Yan pretended to stay calm, but inside he couldn't help complaining. Are all strong people in this Kaian Wu secret realm such smooth talkers? He could only nod. Guess I'll be counting on Vito from now on. Vito smiled softly. Your Highness, you're too polite. Protecting you is my duty. But if your Highness plans to go out for training, it's best to let me know ahead of time. After all, someone as talented as you. If anything happened under my watch,
His Majesty would probably tear me apart.
It sounded light.
but the weight behind her words struck Luo Feng and the others again. An immortal of such high rank really was here just as Lin Yan's guard, and personally arranged by the former Kaian Wu ruler to protect him. Luo Fengheng and Thor could only curse. Immortal as a guard, domain lord as a housekeeper. What kind of treatment is this? When they first arrived in the universe, they didn't even dare mess with star-level students. They were super cautious around cosmic-level powerhouses. But look at them now. In Lin Yan's estate, domain lords lined up, immortals as guards. And this immortal guard was a woman so beautiful it was hard to look at her directly. The gap nearly shattered their worldview. Once the 13 generals left, only Lin Yan and Luo Feng's group were left in the estate. Babada finally snapped out of it. But this time, he wasn't rebellious anymore. Instead, he became super cautious. Master Lin Yan, could you please tell us what just happened? Where are we now? Just a moment ago, Babada was a sarcastic demon. Now he'd turned into Babada, the little housekeeper. Lin Yan looked at him like that. Almost couldn't hold back his laugh. He could only think, I liked you better when you were rebellious. Come on, get back to yourself. Still, Lin Yan kept his composure on the outside. Guys, don't be so nervous. I'm still Lin Yan, and your little teacher. Just now at the Kaian Wu training grounds. My talent caught the Kaian Wu ruler's eye, so he accepted me as his direct disciple, and brought all of us into the Kaian Wu secret realm. Now, I'm the Kaian Wu ruler's direct disciple. Basically the equivalent of a Kaian Wu cosmic nation prince. That's why they call me your Highness. This estate is my private residence. Those domain lords and immortals just now are just my housekeepers and guards. That's all, really, that's all. Luo Feng and the others were even more confused. That's all? After a while, Luo Feng finally asked Babada, between the Kaian Wu ruler and my teacher Haiyan Bio, who's stronger? Right as he said that, Babada headbutted him right away. How dare you disrespect the Kaian Wu ruler? How did I end up with such an idiot as the heir of Yunmo Star? Babada bent his short legs, nearly knelt down on the spot. Kaian Wu ruler above, this idiot just got to the universe. Doesn't know the customs? Please forgive him, Your Excellency. Babada humbly apologizes here. Lin Yan looked at him acting like that, and was speechless for a moment. Alright, my master is not narrow-minded at all. Luo Feng didn't know, so it's not his fault. But even though Lin Yan said that, Babada still scolded Luo Feng hard, and took the chance to teach him about the power levels in the universe. Immortal, Marquis, King, Cosmic, Venerable, and even higher ranks. Luo Feng's eyes lit up as he listened. Now he finally understood. What he knew about the universe before was just the tip of the iceberg. Then Luo Feng asked another question. Babada, the one who killed teacher Haiyan Bio, what's that enemy's name? Babata paused for a bit, finally answered.
His name is Demon Hand King.
He's got the king title, but his real strength is just top Marquis level. Barely counts as a king. If you ever meet him, have Lin Yan protect you. He could kill you, but he'll never dare touch Lin Yan, the ruler's disciple. At that point, Babata couldn't help but chuckle. Seriously, I, Babata, managed to meet Lin Yan in that poor place called Earth. Talk about hitting the jackpot. That's some luck. Lin Yan shook his head, ignoring Babata's silly laughter. and looked seriously at Luo Feng Hong and Thor. Luo Feng Hong Thor, I've got some news for you. In 7 years, the cosmic genius battle held every 5,000 years will begin. If you make it into the universe's top 1,000, you'll get accepted by the Virtual Universe Company. You'll get to hear lectures from immortals and loads of training resources. So you really need to seize this opportunity. Luo Feng and his buddies felt fired up. Lin Yan continued, I've got plenty of resources. If you need anything for your cultivation, just ask me. Don't be shy. You can pay me back once you're stronger. For now, keep training here. If you have questions, ask the Domain Lord Housekeeper or Immortal Guard. In the estate, when you're strong enough, join the Qianwu Secret Realm exam. Become a regular student, and get free lectures from Domain Lords, or even some immortals. Luo Feng and his buddies were thrilled, but Babata quickly poured cold water on them. Luo Feng, don't get too excited. Do you think it's easy to make the universe top 1,000? Qianwu Secret Realm is huge, but barely anyone ever makes it to the top 1,000. Most likely not a single one. Except freaks like Ling Yan. What makes you think you can do it? Luo Feng didn't argue, but his eyes grew brighter. Lin Yan laughed at Babata. Wanna make a bet? I'm rooting for Luo bro. I think he'll make universe's top 1,000. If I lose, once I'm stronger, I'll personally take down Demon Hand King and avenge Senior Hien Bio. If you lose, you'll massage Luo bro's legs for 3 days and nights, and say 100 times each day, Luo Feng master, I was wrong. Babata's eyes lit up, deal. Because for this bet, either way, he couldn't lose. If he wins, Lin Yan avenges Hien Bio. If he loses, it means Luo Feng's got real talent, and Yunmo Star gets a chance to shine. Win-win situation. Then Lin Yan looked at Hong and Thor. Hong, you mastered domains at only the planetary level. That talent is no less than a star-level rule genius. Keep working hard. You might have a shot. Thor, you're close to mastering domains too. Don't slack off. As for Luo bro, I'll look up info for you and help you solve your golden horn beast problem soon. Once you succeed,
Catch up.
you might even overtake Hong and Thor.
After all that,
Lin Yan gave everyone 100 Han Yuan each, plus a batch of Jade Master Evo shots, to speed up their breakthroughs early on. As for Luo Feng, Lin Yan paid 400 extra Han Yuan for his nutrition fluids, to make sure he could emerge quickly after taking over the Golden Horn Beast, so he could start training. Besides that, Lin Yan told the housekeeper to change their residency to Qianwu Cosmic Nation, and under his name, he bought the entire Milky Way. This way, the Nolenshan Gang couldn't target Earth anymore. Lin Yan himself handled Earth's ownership. After finishing up things for Luo Feng and the others, Lin Yan finally began his own training. With the Qianwu ruler's 1 billion Han Yuan credit line, he no longer had to scrimp. For others, boosting genetic multiples is a miracle chance. But for Lin Yan, as long as the resources are there, he can force his genetic multiples higher. Now he finally has the resources, and he can get started. Lin Yan didn't hesitate. He spent over 300 million mixed elements, boosting his gene multiplier from 100 to 4,000. Then he entered the nutrition pod, while absorbing the nutrients, to increase his genetic energy. He also practiced the heavenly Tao records, to strengthen his mental will.
after exactly half a year,
The energy in the pod was fully absorbed. Lin Yan finally opened his eyes. Stellar level 9, 4,000 times gene strength, with a will close to Sector Lord level. Standing there casually now, he could clearly feel the surrounding, faint fluctuations of the laws. Lin Yan opened the manual from the Qianwu Lord, and summoned his Wukai clone, along with his Heavenly Tao Universe clone, to study the laws together. The agility of wind, the explosion of fire, the thickness of earth, the sharpness of gold, the flow of water and light, thunder, time, and space, fluctuations of all laws intertwined. His consciousness sank into the ocean of laws. He stayed immersed for over a year. The Qianwu Lord finally got restless. Strange, it's been over a year. Why hasn't my disciple asked me anything? Could something be wrong with his training? He immediately checked Lin Yan's virtual universe records, only to find that Lin Yan hadn't consulted any undying beings at all. His status was set to auto-reply, in seclusion. The Qian Wu Lord frowned. A second later, he arrived directly at Lin Yan's manor. As soon as his mental power entered, he saw a scene that made his pupils shrink. Lin Yan was bathed in law fluctuations, completely immersed in a state of epiphany. Kid, an epiphany just by reading the manual? And it's lasted for over a year. As the Lord looked closer, his expression changed again. Wait, this aura intensity. Wasn't his gene level only 100 times last year? How did his strength increase? Dozens of times in just 1 year? The Lord checked the consumption records, seeing Lin Yan spent over 400 million mixed elements. He wasn't angry at all. Instead, he was overjoyed. Good. For just 400 million mixed elements. He boosted his genes by several thousand times. He truly is favored by the universe's will. The Lord couldn't stop smiling. Beast God blood refined from blood river crystals. Cost tens of billions per drop. Countless kings fight over it. Yet it only gives a small gene boost. But Lin Yan only spent 400 million to reach thousands of times gene strength. This kind of talent made even the Lord a bit envious. What's even more ridiculous, he saw that next to Lin Yan was another clone also in Epiphany, the Heavenly Tao Universe clone. That clone had a massive god body and a 1,000-fold gene multiplier. The Lord grew more excited as he watched. Once this kid breaks through to undying and starts burning his divine power, who at his level could even compare? My disciple's talent. Even I, his teacher, am overwhelmed. Despite his words, the Lord's smile grew even brighter. If not for fear of exposing the talent to danger, he really wanted to tell his knight friends about this immediately, and then enjoy their envious and jealous faces. For Lin Yan's safety, the Lord stayed nearby to guard him in silence. Another half a year passed. Lin Yan finally woke from his epiphany. He saw the Lord there. How was it? Did you gain anything from this epiphany? Lin Yan spoke respectfully at once. Master, I've mastered the second volume of Drifting Snow. I also have insights into mantra and true truth. I've mastered one essence of space law, and I'm just a hair away from the second. I've mastered 2 essences of time law, and aim exploring the third. As for the lower laws, I've mastered 1 essence of each. The Lord was stunned into silence for a moment. Then he laughed. Good, as expected of my disciple. The Lord had originally given Lin Yan 3 years to start, but in just 1.5, he had already exceeded all expectations. Without asking any undying for help, he mastered 3 essences of upper laws, and even touched upon every lower law essence. What kind of speed was this? The Lord got more excited. Registration for the Genius Battle starts in 5 years, with the final match in 8 years. At Lin Yan's current rate, by the time of the final battle,
His mastery of time and space laws
might actually reach level 4 of the Sky Bridge. Thinking of this, the Lord couldn't resist explaining the essence of space-time law to Lin Yan personally. With the Lord's explanation, Lin Yan's doubts were quickly cleared. He entered a brief epiphany again. Half a month later, before the Lord's shocked eyes, Lin Yan mastered the second space essence, and most of the third. He mastered 3 time essences, and was now attempting the 4th. The Lord looked at Lin Yan, feeling deep admiration. How can this little guy master law essences as easily as eating or drinking? However, soon enough, Lin Yan hit a bottleneck. His brows furrowed, and his insights began to stall. Seeing this, the Lord secretly felt relieved. Good, even though he's a genius, he's still somewhat bound by logic. Otherwise, even I would be jealous. So the Lord approached Lin Yan and suggested, Disciple, one cannot rely solely on seclusion. True power is forged in the heat of life and death combat. If you're at a bottleneck, why not go to some secret regions to fight? Lin Yan's eyes lit up. He realized that lately,
He had indeed relied too much on stats and resources.
in the devouring world, true experts are not made in seclusion. Life and death combat in secret regions is the fastest way to break through. Besides, his talent secret method quota was fully restored, and he needed resources to boost his genes further. Thinking of this, a cold light flashed in his eyes. It's time to head out for some training. He then logged into his virtual universe account and sent Luo Feng a message. Brother Luo, how's your strength now? Want to head out for some training? Luo Feng didn't know yet that Lin Yan's training was never ordinary. It was a true life and death gamble. Indisputably, it was the start of his witness to the universe's cruelty. Before he possessed the golden horned beast. Recap from the last episode. After 1.5 years of seclusion, Lin Yan's power skyrocketed. He not only boosted his genes from 100 to 4,000 times, but also mastered multiple law essences. But the former Wu Lord reminded him, true experts aren't made in seclusion. To break through a bottleneck, one must fight in life or death secret realms. So Lin Yan messaged Luo Feng directly. Brother Luo, how's your strength now? Want to go out for some training? By now, Luo Feng was no longer the novice who just entered the universe. In his room, Luo Feng looked at the Yan Shenbing, his eyes full of excitement. As expected of the golden horned beast, darling of the gold laws. At this rate, it won't be long before I can use the first form, top 1,000 in the genius battle. I will definitely make it. The past 2 years were dull for the trio, but their strength had skyrocketed. 14 days after Thunder God entered the realm, a sector lord helped him realize his domain. He was now an 8th level star traveler. With a level 6 domain, he passed the trainee assessment and was judged a potential contender for the top 1,000 genius seeds. Hang was even stronger, 7th level star traveler. Level 8 domain. He passed the assessment too, ranking even higher than Thunder God. But Luo Feng changed the most. He spent over a year successfully seizing the golden horned beast. After just 20 days of training, he realized the gold domain. Now his original golden horned beast body had reached the 1st level of universe rank. His human clone was at 4th level star traveler, mastering gold laws and the Yan Shen Bing. His Mosha clone was also incubating. In the elite-filled hidden realm, Luo Feng could already break into the top 10. His potential was rated as the undisputed number 2. Of course, ahead of this number 2, there was always one person, Lin Yan. The Lord simulated Lin Yan's power from 2 years ago in the virtual universe, setting it to 9th level star traveler. It intimidated countless geniuses. Every time Luo Feng made a breakthrough, he would challenge that simulated Lin Yan. But without exception, it was always an instant kill. What's crazier is, that was just the Lin Yan from 2 years ago, who didn't even use a weapon. Luo Feng left the virtual universe, rubbed his neck, and his mouth twitched. What a monster. Data from 2 years ago can still one-shot me. I wonder what level Brother Ling is at now. Babata chuckled nearby. Want to know how strong Lin Yan is? The perfect chance just arrived. Luo Feng was stunned. What chance? Babata smiled excitedly. Lin Yan just sent a message. He's hit a bottleneck in his training and plans to find a dangerous realm to train. Since you have your beast body and clones that aren't afraid of death, he's asking if you want to go. When Luo Feng heard this, his eyes instantly lit up. Yes, of course. I felt the last realm with Hong wasn't dangerous enough anyway. Now I can see how strong Brother Ling really is. Once Lin Yan decided to head out, Vado quickly got the news. At the manor gates, Vito wore silver-black armor, standing with arms crossed. Long purple hair fell over his shoulders. As beautiful as a thorny flower, he looked at Lin Yan, his eyes smiling. Your Highness, I told you last time, if you were going to train out there, you should tell me in advance. It hasn't been that long, and you're already going to a dangerous realm? Under his gaze, Lin Yan's ears felt a bit warm, but he kept his cool. It's just normal training. No need to be nervous. Vito's lips curled up slightly. Normal training? What a genius like you calls normal might be different from what others think. Lin Yan didn't know how to respond. Vito gave a soft laugh, stopping the teasing, his tone turning serious. Secret realms are complex. I can't interfere with your training at will. But if you face a crisis you can't solve, remember to contact me immediately. Speaking of this, he leaned in slightly, lowering his voice. For a genius as worrisome as you, if you really get hurt out there, I can't explain it to the Lord. Lin Yan coughed. I'll be careful. Seeing him act calm, Vito's smile deepened. Then I'll wait for your return. I hope next time we meet, you'll still be standing whole before me. It sounded like a joke, but Ling Yan could hear the sincerity in it. The sincerity in it? He nodded, and then turned to leave. But what he didn't know was, the person who really wanted him to suffer wasn't Vito, but his newly joined master. The Qianwu Lord looked at the realm Ling Yan chose and fell into thought. This disciple has had it too easy. Too much talent. Too many resources.
He's never faced a real setback.
That won't do. The realm Ling Yan chose was the Azure Realm. Normally, adventurers below Domain Lord can enter. It has many universe-level beasts, even some Domain Lord level, and a few Sector Lord level ones. For a normal universe level, this place was extremely dangerous. But for the Lord, it wasn't enough. Because Ling Yan had a 4000x gene base. His physical strength alone exceeded a 6th level universe rank. With his law insights and Yushen Bing, even a 6th level Domain Lord might lose to him. Plus, Ling Yan had clones to stay alive. Even against a 9th level Domain Lord, he could likely escape. So the Lord decided to give his prized disciple some strong medicine.
He immediately ordered his staff
To post a hidden bounty in the realm, hiring universe mercenaries to assassinate him. Second, he took 1000 level 9 Domain Lord convicts and threw them into the core of the Azure Realm, setting a mandatory task there that Ling Yan must complete. On the surface, it's training. In reality, it's a death trap. After finishing all this, the Qianwu Lord looked calm, as if nothing had happened, and continued his seclusion. Ling Yan, unaware of all this, was still chatting with Luo Feng. Not bad, brother Luo. You've already grasped the gold laws. Once your Mosha clone is ready, and you grasp space laws, you'll hit the top 5 in the genius battle. Maybe even second place. Luo Feng gave a wry smile. Sadly, for first place, I can't even see his shadow. He's talking about Lin Yan. Even though Luo Feng is improving so fast, every time he faces the 2-year-old simulated Lin Yan, he's still getting insta-killed. The gap hasn't narrowed at all. Instead, it feels more ridiculous the more he sees it. Lin Yan gave a light chuckle, then gave a serious reminder. The secret realm we're visiting this time is usually a training ground for universe-level mercenaries. Once you enter, better hide your core in your human clone. Use the golden horned beast body for combat. Your human clone is only star level 4. Going there like that is just asking to get crushed. But the golden horned beast is different. Fighting in your original form better aligns with the law of gold, and your progress will be much faster. Luo Feng nodded. The golden horned beast was a peak lineage in the universe, with a 10x genetic talent, combined with the law of gold and the Jianshan weapon. Even against a standard universe level 9, he now had a fighting chance. If he stayed in star level realms just to stomp newbies, he'd lack the pressure of life and death, and his cultivation speed would slow down. When the two reached the Azure Realm entrance, a crowd of universe-level mercenaries had gathered. Each one had a fierce aura and a heavy killing intent. Lin Yan was just a star level 9, and Luo Feng's human clone was only star level 4. Standing among these universe-level mercenaries, they looked out of place no matter how you saw it, like chickens among cranes. But in the next second, the undying guardian of the realm recognized Lin Yan instantly. His expression shifted slightly, and he stepped forward to bow respectfully. Then he personally led Lin Yan and Luo Feng to the front. This scene drew the stares of countless adventurers. Who are those two kids? 1 star level 9, 1 star level 4, and a Lord Undying greets them personally. They must have a huge background. Lin Yan remained calm. Under the respectful guidance of the Undying, he and Luo Feng entered the realm ahead of everyone. At this moment, Lin Yan only had one thought: to use his innate secret technique to loot the wealth within the Azure Realm, finish the task assigned by his teacher, and then leave this place, trying not to cause extra trouble. But he didn't know that right after he stepped into the realm, the Undying Guardian suddenly turned to all the universe-level mercenaries. His voice echoed across the field. An emergency bounty is now being issued. All the mercenaries looked up at once. The star level 9 who just entered is a highness of our Ganwu universe country. To train this highness, the upper management has specifically ordered. Everyone is allowed to use any means to attack, or even kill this highness, without any punishment. As those words fell, the whole place went dead silent. Then the undying powerhouse continued. To whoever takes this highness's limbs, a bounty of 1 trillion universe coins. To whoever takes this highness's head, a bounty of 10 trillion universe coins. This bounty has no upper limit or restrictions. You all may go all out. In an instant, the eyes of every mercenary turned blood red. 10 trillion universe coins. This wasn't just a bounty. It was a chance to trade a life for a future. Understood, Lord Undying. Countless mercenaries roared in excitement. Meanwhile, Luofeng, the golden-horned beast who just entered, suddenly sneezed for no reason. Achoo! He shook his head, a hint of confusion in his beastly eyes. Why do I suddenly have that feeling? Lin Yan glanced at him. What's wrong? Luofeng shook his head. Nothing. Maybe it's just my imagination. But he would soon find out that this was no imagination at all.
Inside the Azure Realm,
Mountains rose and fell, and mist swirled about. Many exotic beasts hid deep in the dense forest. Not long after entering, Lin Yan and Luofeng encountered an ambush by a pack of universe-level beasts. But for the current Lin Yan, beasts of this level could hardly provide any pressure. With a asterisk hum asterisk, 100 phantom clones flashed past. Massive beast heads instantly flew into the air, and blood stained the ground. In an instant, only a few beasts remained around Lin Yan, still fighting madly. He had left these on purpose for Luofeng to practice. Lin Yan stood there, bored, watching the golden-horned beast tear through the rest, until the last beast was ripped apart. Then Lin Yan finally spoke. Bro Luo, how was the haul? Joy flashed in the golden-horned beast's eyes. Thanks, Bro Lin. The gains this time were huge. I fully mastered the first form of the Yanshen weapon. In the next Ganwu Secret Realm trial, I can definitely break into the top 5. Luofeng was truly excited, because the insights from fighting as a human and the insights from the golden-horned beast body were on completely different levels. The golden-horned beast naturally fits the law of gold. Every battle was like using the body to understand the laws. This speed of progress was something Luofeng found addictive. Lin Yan nodded. As long as you're gaining something, let's keep moving. In 3 or 4 days, we should reach region 348. It's mostly domain lord level there. Even sector lord level beasts. We might meet other domain lord powerhouses too. Be extremely careful then. Luofeng's eyes narrowed. 3 - 4 - 8. Lin Yan nodded. It's a core danger zone of the Azure Realm. I've checked the records. A Marquis-level powerhouse once fell deep in there. Rumor has it his body and wealth are scattered in the realm's core. Because of that, various powers have been watching it for years. Only universe-level spots are open to the public. The truly dangerous domain lord zones were carved up in secret long ago. Luofeng quickly realized. Rigged from the start? Lin Yan chuckled. That's normal in the universe. Resources always flow to the strong first. Ordinary people don't even get to hear about it. We need to get what we need before anyone else reacts. Luofeng nodded. The golden-horned beast's massive frame continued toward the core area, but they didn't know that deep within the Grade D core area, hundreds of Domain Lord Level 9 powerhouses were currently lying in wait. All of these people were death row prisoners sent by the Ganwu Lord, 1,000 of them in total. All Domain Lord Level 9. The weakest among them had high ranks but average combat power, but the top 5 had all sensed a trace of the origin laws. If they hadn't committed crimes, given a few thousand years of seclusion, they likely would have reached Sector Lord level. Now, these 5 called themselves the 5 Kings, occupying 5 directions of Region 348, quietly waiting for Lin Yan to take the bait. In one of those areas, a burly man, with eyes as big as fists, a level 9 domain lord, was gnawing on beast meat, while growling irritably. He's the Fire King, one of the 5 kings. Yinziai, how many days has it been? Still no sign of that stellar level kid? A level 9 domain lord criminal immediately knelt down servilely. Lord Fire King, Our men have been sent out. But the boy is truly hard to find. Perhaps he's too weak, and entering an area full of Domain Lord beasts will take him quite some time. The Fire King gave him a cold look. I hope so. If that stellar level kid entered my territory, but was killed by the other 4 kings, even if I don't survive in the end, I'll make sure you all know that sometimes living is worse than death. The subordinate turned pale with fear and scrambled away in a panic. The Fire King kept eating the meat, but he wasn't calm inside. He knew Lin Yan's identity was special. Killing him might not guarantee survival, but not killing him meant certain death now. So he had to gamble. The chance to live must be mine. Just then, that subordinate suddenly rushed back, his face full of ecstasy. Congratulations, Lord Fire King. Great news, Lord Fire King. Our men in Sector 312 found 2 strange traces. One of them is exactly that. Level 9 stellar level rich kid. They are heading southwest now. They'll reach Sector 349 in 30 minutes. The Fire King's eyes lit up. Good. God is on my side. He won't let me die here. The next second, the Fire King stood up, leading his men aggressively towards Sector 349. Meanwhile, Lin Yan and Luo Feng were getting closer to the core, but the further they went, the quieter it became. It was eerily quiet. Golden-horned beast, Luo Feng stopped, scanning the area with wary eyes. Lin, something feels wrong here. Is there danger nearby? Lin Yan didn't answer immediately. His body was already tense, staring ahead with somber eyes at that seemingly calm area. Since entering the D-class core zone, his brow had been throbbing constantly, like a continuous warning. At first, Lin Yan thought it was just powerful beasts lurking in the area. But as they went deeper, the warnings in his mind grew urgent. The surroundings became deathly still. It was too quiet, as if the whole forest held its breath, like something in the dark depths. A peerless beast was lying in wait, hidden in shadows like a viper, waiting for him to step into a trap, to deliver a fatal blow. Lin Yan narrowed his eyes. What a strong sense of crisis. This warning seems close to the limit I can handle now. Can't go any deeper. Let's see what's hidden here first. Luo Feng's beast eyes said. You're using that secret technique? Lin Yan didn't reply.
He just slowly raised his hand.
Eyes flashing gold. The next second, he spoke in a low voice. Secret technique, activate. In the last episode, Lin Yan and Luo Feng entered the abyss. Toward the core area, it became quieter, as if the forest were holding its breath. Lin Yan's mind signaled danger. He finally realized that the danger hidden here might be at his current limit. So Lin Yan didn't hesitate and activated his secret technique, Avatar of Original Will. But the next second, Lin Yan's expression changed, because in his perception, within a 5-kilometer radius, there were 27 level 9 domain lords, and every single one of them showed blatant malice toward him. Lin Yan cursed on the spot. Are these people insane? Instead of looking for legacies, why are they camping here for me? He was 100% certain these people were coming for him. But the problem was, he had just arrived here. Why did they all act like he had killed their whole families? But Lin Yan had no time to think. He just turned to Luo Feng. Luo, retreat. As soon as he finished, he pulled Luo Feng into the world ring and turned to run. Are you kidding me? He's only a level 9 stellar level. Fighting one level 7 domain lord is already his limit, let alone 27 level 9 domain lords. This isn't a fight. This is suicide. But as soon as Lin Yan moved, the lurking domain lords noticed. The kid is running. Stop him. Surround him from all sides. Don't let him leave. Terrifying auras surged into the sky. Spirit readers used telekinetic weapons to try and slow Lin Yan down. Warriors flanked him, trying to block his retreat. But Lin Yan didn't slow down. He took one step, and space seemed to ripple. Next. Tired of scrolling videos? Time to pull out your phone and play. TapTap makes finding games easy. Every category you want. From casual puzzles to open-world epics. Even indie masterpieces, premium hits, and anime games. Community guides are all there. Use TapTap to find your next game. Hundreds of Lin Yan's images instantly appeared in the jungle. 100-line flow. At that moment, all the domain lords were stunned. These illusions were too realistic. So real they couldn't tell which one was the real Lin Yan. Most of them had never even seen a higher law before. Facing spatial illusions, they were completely lost. Lin Yan thought he could escape, but just then, another group rushed out from the side. The leader laughed loudly. Stellar level kid. I found you. Brothers, come quickly. Kill this kid, and we'll split the reward. Following his voice, another group of level 9 domain lords emerged from the vine forest. They weren't Fire King's men, but thugs who refused to obey the kings. 2 had level 7 domains, and 6 had level 8 domains. There's another 9th domain. These people are pretty strong, and their moves are super decisive. In a flash, Lin Yan's clone shattered everywhere. His escape route is totally blocked now. Lin Yan's face darkened. Damn it. He didn't even hesitate. He used 100-line flow again. He also purposely exposed his real aura, then used Wind Piercer, drawing everyone's attention. But the real killing move isn't obvious, it's hidden. The Flame Dragon armor clone quietly changed into Lin Yan's form. It slipped away with his core and world ring. A few seconds later, he sensed the clone had escaped several kilometers away, and nobody chased after it. Lin Yan finally breathed a sigh of relief. Glad this group didn't notice anything. They didn't know I had clones. Otherwise, I'd be dead here for real. After the clone left, Lin Yan actually stopped walking. He looked at the Jade Lord coming to kill him. He advanced instead of retreating, using Thunder Dispel. Boom! Lightning exploded. Lin Yan slashed with one sword. The Jade Lord fighting him head-on just stepped back. But Lin Yan got blasted back dozens of steps. Blood sprayed from his mouth. He staggered. That Jade Lord couldn't help but gasp. Damn, he's not even a universe level. But he can almost match a mid-level Jade Lord, even in the universe genius battle. Not many are this crazy powerful. Too bad you're elders, who knows what they're thinking. 1,009th rank Jade Lord squatting here. Today you can't survive. As soon as he finished speaking, his giant axe swung with massive force, bringing its power down hard on Lin Yan's face. Where the blade passed, the air almost froze. But the next second, Lin Yan wasn't split open by the axe. Instead, a screeching metal clash rang out buzz. A ring of silvery ripples burst out from Lin Yan. The giant axe stopped just 3 inches from his face. Stopped dead in its tracks. Lin Yan raised his sword horizontally. The laws of space and time intertwined. That axe froze for a moment. Warrior's space-time divine weapon. First move, Time Slash. This attack can briefly change local time flow, weakening the enemy's attack. But even so, against a 9th tier Jade Lord, it's still not enough. The burly axe wielder grinned wickedly. Not bad for a stellar level genius. That move nearly reached late-stage Jade Lord standards. Too bad you're still going to die. Boom! His domain pressed down with full force. The giant axe powered up again. Lin Yan was sent flying like a broken kite. Slammed hard out of the way. Hit the ground with a heavy crash. Go for his head. Several figures lunged straight at him. Their blades flashed coldly. Murderous intent surged like a tide. Weapons aimed straight for Lin Yan's throat. In Lin Yan's eyes, a dazzling gold glow suddenly flashed. The light pure and commanding, as if from the dawn of the universe, with an absolute will that made everything bow. Lin Yan's voice was raspy, but he spoke each word clearly, like thunder blasting out. Emperor armor merged now, boom! Golden light shot skyward. The area lit up like daylight. Within that light, a new gold figure slowly stood up. Emperor armor enveloped him. Lin Yan's power shot up instantly. He knew, just merging with the Emperor armor wasn't enough. 100-fold power boost only pushed him briefly to the peak of Jade Lord level, and it would only last a dozen seconds max. If he wants to escape, it's far from enough. To break through, he had to take bigger chances. Lin Yan's gaze hardened, with the universe's core will empowering him. The gold armor shined even brighter and more intense. Gold, wood, water, fire, earth, wind, thunder, light, time, space.
10 law patterns.
reflected in his eyes all at once. In that moment, Ling Yan didn't look like a cultivator, but like someone borrowing the universe's core will perspective, watching over all, mastering the laws. So mysterious, indescribably wonderful.
He slowly stretched out his arms.
Twin gold orbs formed in his palms. Time started speeding up. Space folded layer after layer. The sharpness of gold. Wood's life energy. Water's softness. Fire's blast. All the law's power converged frantically. Ling Yan shouted low. Ultimate aura next second. A gold orb several yards wide. Exploded fiercely. The terrifying light swallowed the whole battlefield. This strike didn't kill Fu Yuan, but it smashed his domain. This 9th tier Jade Lord was badly wounded.
His battle armor shattered.
Chest caved in. He flew back like a rag doll, broke dozens of giant trees. That hit shocked the entire core zone D. Meanwhile,
Inside Kainwu's secret realm,
Kainwu's monarch was in seclusion. But suddenly, he felt uneasy. He looked up, brows furrowed. Did I go too far? He only wanted to teach Lin Yan a lesson. Let his smooth-sailing disciple really feel the universe's harshness. But thinking back, 1009th tier Jade Lords, plus universe-level mercenary bounty in the secret realm, that difficulty is just nuts. Normally, the gap between universe-level 9th tier and stellar level is already huge, let alone 9th tier Jade Lords. That's a leap over 2 major levels. Even if Lin Yan had a 4000x gene multiplier, law mastery, clone protection, he still might not stand up to that kind of pressure. Kainwu Monarch went silent briefly. Finally sent Lin Yan an email. Even if all those 9th tier death row inmates were released, so what? Ling Yan could just hunt them down after he got stronger. Take them out one by one. He only has one disciple. Can't let him get ruined. Meanwhile, in Azure's secret realm, that ultimate aurora just now set half the core zone ablaze. Core zone's martial kings and other top-tier warden elites all rushed toward Ling Yan's location. Fire King was closest and reached the battlefield first. But seeing the scene, his brows instantly furrowed. Infamous Fu Yuan was battered and bruised. Standing opposite him was a man in gold armor with wildly shifting energy. Fire King glanced at his men, asked coldly, "What happened? Where's that stellar-level brat?" His subordinate's face went pale, stammered,
Fire King, sir.
"That gold-armored guy is the stellar-level genius." Fire King instantly snapped. "Don't be ridiculous. You think I'm blind?"
He's obviously a strange Jade Lord.
Even a strong stellar level couldn't do this to Fu Yuan. Just then, Fu Yuan managed to stand up, backing off while sneering. "Don't doubt it, Fire King. That kid in gold is really the stellar level one. I totally lost to him. Just not skilled enough. So I'm out. But he's ridiculously strong. You'd better not lose yourself." Before he finished, Fu Yuan retreated into the jungle, making a quick getaway. Fire King's face shifted. A mere stellar level, yet he pulled off this much. And he's human. But seeing Lin Yan's shaky energy, clearly running out of strength, shock turned straight into greed. "But looking at you, seems like you're at your limit. Kid, thanks for the trophy." With those words, Fire King's arms shook. 2 red gold maces shot out instantly, trailing blinding fire, like 2 roaring fire dragons going after Ling Yan. Flames danced along the blades. The air twisted with scorching heat. Death swept in. Ling Yan's brow twitched wildly. He knew he had no strength left to fight, so he clenched his teeth. Mind power surged. Instant teleport. Space blurred instantly. Ling Yan's body faded out. Right as the twin blades were about to pierce him, he vanished from the spot. Fire King's eyes popped wide. Where'd he go? Damn it, where is that guy? The trophy was right here, now it's gone. Fire King roared. Search. Every mile, search everywhere. Dig deep if you have to. But find him. He's just stellar level. And seriously hurt. I refuse to believe he got far. But hundreds of kilometers away. Ling Yan had already taken off his imperial armor. He was completely drained and exhausted. The real core and world ring had long been
Taken to safety by the Flame Dragon Armor Avatar.
Luo Feng stayed inside the world ring the whole time. never got caught up in the ambush. Only a body left behind to cover the retreat. Ling Yan had just landed.
He saw several lord-level beasts,
Staring at him like predators. Ling Yan looked at them and just smiled calmly. Next second, he didn't escape, but blew himself up. Boom! Ling Yan self-destructed. Only a broken spatial ripple remained. Who knows how much time passed. In a hidden cave, Ling Yan's body was reborn from his core. He opened his eyes and let out a deep breath. This time, he didn't win. He didn't even pull off a real counterattack. He just survived thanks to his avatar and core. This was Ling Yan's first real defeat. Whether on Earth or after entering the universe, he'd always had smooth sailing. But this time, the universe really taught him a hard lesson. Looks like even if I use the heavenly Tao and the genetic energy in my micro-universe, keeping Imperial Descent active, I still can't easily kill any Lord 9th level. Teacher Qian Wu really gave me a tough challenge. Just then, the AI suddenly gave a notification. Qian Wu, the Lord, sent you an email. Please check it. Ling Yan opened the email, and after reading it, he couldn't help but laugh and cry. No wonder those jail masters glare at me, like I killed their whole family. Turns out teacher arranged it, as stated in the email.
Qian Wu Lord explained everything clearly.
1,000 Lord level 9th stage death row inmates are all locked up in the Earth-ranked zone. Their target is Ling Yan. If any of them kill Ling Yan, they get a chance at freedom. No wonder they're so crazy. Qian Wu also advised Ling Yan in the email. If it's too hard, he can just end the challenge, since the request is super demanding. Even those special beings who might become universe lords someday, few can, at star level 9th stage, face off against 1,000 lords 9th stage. But after reading, Ling Yan actually smiled. Because he suddenly found a way to break the situation. Teacher said they're all stuck in the Earth zone. They can't leave, so they can only wait for me there. If they can't get out, why should I fight them head on? I'll just kill one lone guy a day. After 2 years, that's 700 or 800. Once the weaklings are cleaned out, then handle the truly strong ones, one by one. 3 years at most. I'll take out this whole group. Thinking this, Ling Yan politely declined Lord Qian Wu's suggestion. He's not quitting, because these vicious Lord-level 9th stage guys are the best free sparring partners. Their open killing intent, the life and death pressure they bring, will actually make Ling Yan train even faster, speed up his improvement. Ling Yan sat down cross-legged, and his eyes burned with fighting spirit again. So I'll set a small goal for myself. Take down all the lords in 3 years. Start training now. Meanwhile, after getting Ling Yan's reply, Lord Qian Wu was all smiles. Such a huge gap. Yet my student said he's got his own plan, and promised an answer within 3 years. Alright, let's see what surprises this kid can bring me by then. Ling Yan also started preparing his own counterattack. He realized, just relying on the space-time divine weapon, with such a huge difference in level, wasn't enough to really shine. To kill across levels,
He needed to master the Imperial armors.
true killer skills in its legacy. Martial Gate kills, Martial Saint kills, and Universe Radiance. All 3 skills have now become Ling Yan's innate secret spells. Each move has 12 layers of secret marks. Even just the first layer of marks is already on the immortal level elite skill level. Last time, Ling Yan managed, using the origin will avatar state, to barely seize the chance. Now, what he needs to do is fully digest that insight. There's no sense of time while training, and half a year passed in a blink. During these 6 months, Ling Yan mastered the essence of space and time laws. Up to the 3rd kind, lower law's essence was brought up to the 2nd kind too. Talking just about law insight, he's at ordinary world master level now. Too bad though. The 10 laws barely merged together, still missing the final layer. Martial Gate kills and Martial Saint kills haven't fully crossed the threshold, but he already mastered Universe Radiance. Ling Yan slowly opened his eyes. Since training now hit a bottleneck, it's time to start hunting. Let me see how much stronger I am now. He just got up. Luo Feng happened to be coming back. Brother Lin, going after those lords for payback? Can I take my Earthling avatar too? My golden horned beast main body needs to train soon, so my earthling avatar can go experience things. This half year, Luo Feng also improved super fast.
His golden horn beast main body
Has reached universe level stage 3. He also mastered one essence of the gold law. On just the gold law, he can pass through the first layer of the bridge of heaven, plus universe level stage 3, 10 times genes, and the first move of Ice Eyes. In the blue secret realm, Luo Feng's got a reputation as a universe-level powerhouse. Ordinary universe-level squads want nothing to do with him. They almost turn and leave at the sight. But whenever he comes back and sees Ling Yan still training, Luo Feng's sense of accomplishment disappears instantly, leaving only stronger fighting spirit. Ling Yan glanced at him and nodded. All right, you can come. But this time, I'll probably get beat up too. So your earthling avatar better not bring anything valuable. After explaining, Ling Yan took his 5 elements main body and 2 armor avatars to the core earth zone again. After last self-destruct, he soon sent an avatar to retrieve the lost items. Even then, the universal sword nearly got snatched. So this time, except for cosmic crystals and weapons, he didn't take any treasures with him.
10 minutes later.
Ling Yan quietly reached the border of the D-ranked zone and quickly hid himself. It wasn't long before 2 Lord-level 9th stage experts began patrolling together. The 2 of them didn't notice Ling Yan at all. After a while, they seemed to run out of things to say, so they split up to patrol on their own. Ling Yan didn't rush to act. He waited until one of them left completely for a few minutes, then quietly followed the other. The next second, the Emperor armor merged. The heaven-earth radiance unfolded. An invisible rule domain instantly covered 100 meters around. Soft light spread out like flowing mercury. It completely cut off the whole forest from the outside world. That prison guard suddenly became alert. He opened his mouth to shout, but before he could make a sound, the power of the domain forced it back. He frantically looked around in fear. All he saw was the light growing brighter. Ling Yan's gaze sharpened. Heaven-earth radiance quickly retracted. Inside the domain, countless fine beams of light collapsed inward. That prison chief's body twisted madly under the pressure of the light, and in the next second, with a dull boom, the light completely exploded. When the aftermath faded, only a scorched, deep pit remained. There was no trace left behind. Ling Yan stood amidst the smoke. His eyes narrowed. The first hunt had begun. Then his figure flashed again. He chased after the other prison chief. This hunt lasted for more than a month. Ling Yan killed almost 100 prison chiefs in a row. Finally, someone noticed. Fire King Tingzi frowned. She asked coldly, "What's going on? Why are there so few patrols lately? Go check out what's happening." At first, the Fire King didn't really care, because this place was already a large prison. These prison chiefs were all 9th level death row inmates. All extremely vicious people, constantly fighting each other. That's nothing unusual. Before Ling Yan made any moves, hundreds had already died from inner conflicts and beast attacks. So over 100 people had died already. But this time was different. Until a domain level 6 Jade Lord was killed by Ling Yan making a scene. Jade Lords who came to investigate finally realized something was wrong. Someone's deliberately picking us off. How bold, daring to cause trouble on the Martial King's turf. But just as they rushed to the scene, they saw a familiar golden armor. One domain level 8 lord. His pupils suddenly shrank. Wait a second. Golden armor and a long sword. You're that stellar kid. The next second, his face twisted in anger. Kid, you're looking for trouble. You knew last time Fuji Yuan was seriously injured by Lin Yang. But in his mind, that was just Fuji Yuan underestimating his opponent. Plus, Lin Yan had been hiding all this time. Only dared to ambush loners. Never face anyone head-on. What does that mean? It means Ling Yan doesn't really overpower them. So he's very confident. He stepped out boldly and charged straight at Ling Yan. But this time, Ling Yan didn't step back. He didn't run either. He slowly raised his sword. On the golden armor, light shimmered. His eyes were eerily calm. Perfect timing. I also want to test if my Heaven-Earth Radiance now can really kill a domain 8th level Jade Lord head-on. As soon as he finished, the light in the forest dimmed. This time it wasn't Ling Yan being hunted. It's them. Last episode, Ling Yan took his first big loss. He was surrounded and killed by a group of ninth-level prison guards, forced to self-destruct and reborn. But those death row convicts never expected, half a year later, that the stellar kid they treated as prey would end up hunting them so badly they wouldn't dare leave. And it all started when Ling Yan mastered the martial Saint kill. In the D-Class core area, a domain level 8 ninth level prison guard charged head-on. He stared coldly at Ling Yan, his eyes full of killing intent. "Kid, you're looking for trouble." Lin Yan didn't retreat. He didn't run either. He just slowly raised his sword. On his emperor armor, golden light flashed in the next second. The Qian-kun radiance appeared. Blinding white rays surged like waves, instantly shrouding that 8th level warden. But the warden reacted super fast. He let out a low growl. He unleashed his full domain. The pressure from his 8th level domain pressed down like a mountain.
He actually managed to block the Qian Cone radiance.
The two domain forces crashed wildly in the forest. Shockwaves exploded again and again. Ancient trees broke and collapsed everywhere. But Lin Yan just clenched his hand in midair. The Qian-kun radiance suddenly shrank. The wide ray condensed into a deadly spot attack instantly. Countless sharp beams converged from all sides to the center, compressed to the limit. Boom! It exploded inside the domain. The Jade Lord let out a muffled groan. Blood sprayed from his mouth. He flew back like a broken kite. Even Lin Yan's aura weakened a bit. But compared to his enemy, he's clearly in better shape.
He was just about to finish him off.
But in the next second, several prayer beads suddenly shot over. Lin Yan's face changed. He was forced to dodge back. Then a cold shout rang out. "You little thief! How dare you hurt my brother? You're dead!" Lin Yan looked up. His brows instantly furrowed. Because this wasn't just a regular warden. It was a 9th level psychic master. Now things got messy. The Qian-kun radiance is strong, but it's more for support and control. It can trap and suppress enemies. And attack too, but for raw killing power. It's not a real instant kill secret move. Fighting against 7th or 8th levels is tough, let alone 9th levels. If you can't one-shot them, it'll turn into a drawn-out fight. His emperor state can't last long. So Lin Yan didn't hesitate. He turned and ran. But that 9th level psychic master was insanely fast. Even when Lin Yan used 100-stream techniques, splitting hundreds of phantom bodies, he still couldn't shake off the chase. That guy sneered. "My domain is 9th level wind. I'm a psychic master. I've mastered speed techniques too. Even a martial king can't outrun me. You really think you can escape?" Lin Yan saw that even space phantoms couldn't shake him off. So he stopped running. After all, this was just a clone.
He'd already accepted death.
The psychic master saw this and wasted no time.
He lifted his hands.
His domain covered dozens of miles, instantly expanding his 9th level domain. Even space rippled. Hundreds of prayer beads gathered midair, forming a giant hammer, smashing down with a rumble. Lin Yan resisted with grit, but was sent flying by the hammer. Blood gushed out. "A mere star level dares to challenge me." As soon as he finished speaking, the hammer crashed down again. Lin Yan barely dodged, but his shoulder still got grazed. His armor shattered. Blood and flesh flew, smash after smash. After several hits, Lin Yan was wounded all over. His aura was fading fast. He's not a match. Totally outmatched. 9th level Jade Lord. 9th level domain. Plus psychic masters controlling tricks. Even if Lin Yan's law insight is better, the gap is just too big. Still can't resist head-on. The psychic master clasped his hands. Prayer beads scattered everywhere again, like a rainstorm, raining down at Lin Yan. The instant life and death ended. Lin Yan suddenly closed his eyes. Right then, a mysterious insight flashed in his mind. Gold makes water, water grows wood. Wood births fire, fire creates earth. Earth creates gold. The cycle continues. Life goes on. Lin Yan's eyes snapped open.
His hands formed seals.
Sharpness of gold. Life force of wood. Gentleness of water. Explosion of fire. Weight of earth. The 5 elements merged wildly in his palm. Meanwhile, time, space, wind, thunder, light. All other laws joined in,
10 law powers spun together.
forming a 5-clawed dragon glowing gold. The dragon roar shook the sky. Lin Yan spoke in a low voice. Marshal sank kill next second. The golden dragon bared its claws, carrying the cycle of 5 elements. With endless powerful energy, it rushed at the psychic master. Prayer beads shattered instantly. 9th level domain broke at a touch. The psychic master's eyes widened. He couldn't even react. The golden dragon pierced through his mind. How is that possible? He was shocked, but all his vitality was gone. Boom! His body fell. Lin Yan landed on the ground again, gasping hard. But his eyes lit up in excitement. He did the Marshal Saint kill. It's one of the 3 Emperor Armor ultimate moves. A true instant kill against Jade Lords. With this move, any 9th level Jade Lord below Marshal King can be killed now. From this moment, Lin Yan doesn't need to hide anymore. He can face anyone directly. A straight-up kill. In the first 10+ days, Lin Yan killed 53 wardens in a row. As he mastered Marshal Saint kill, the hunt got completely out of hand. Killed 2nd level domains. Killed 3rd level domains. Killed 6th level domains. Killed 7th level domains. Even 9th levels got killed. What's scarier?
He wasn't just insanely strong.
His speed was unbeatable too. When his 100 stream technique was on, even the Marshal King chasing him would sometimes realize after dozens of miles they were chasing a space phantom. Sending normal Jade Lords after Lin Yan was just feeding him kills. With such overwhelming power and ghost-like speed, Jade Lords in the core area totally freaked out. Some were scared, some got angry, some formed teams, some begged Marshal Kings for protection. Some even shouted a new taboo. Better to face a Marshal King than the golden armor. Because facing a Marshal King, if you're fast enough, or they're in a good mood, maybe you live. But facing golden armor, there's only one ending: death. Lin Yan's kill count kept going up: 143,276, 359, 438,537. And at the end, Lin Yan killed nearly 589th level Jade Lords. Finally then, he stopped the massacre. It's not that he can't kill anymore. It's that the rest of the people in the core zone are totally terrified. After the death row infighting, beast attacks, plus Lin Yan's slaughter recently, there were originally 1,009th level wardens. Now less than 300 are left. And nobody dares go out alone anymore. They formed a bunch of groups, big and small, sticking together for safety. If they spot Lin Yan, they instantly retreat in order. If they can't get away, they bunker down and defend. They make a ton of noise and call for backup from other groups. The core zone used to be super dangerous for Lin Yan, but now it's totally become his hunting ground. All those 9th level Jade Lords who wanted him dead, now they're all jittery and scared. Just hearing the words golden armor makes them freak out instantly. That's exactly the effect Ling King wanted. Because from the start, he wasn't here to fight them all to the death. What he really wanted was to finish the task set by the former Wu Lord. Killing everyone is just way too tiring, especially since there are still 5 dance kings who've mastered origin laws. Lin Yan can't guarantee to beat them now either. So he first built up a scary reputation. Then, while everyone was scared out of their minds, started his real mission quietly and fast. Lin Yan stared at the jade box assigned by the Cayenne Wu Lord in his hand, finally letting out a long breath. This plan really works, finally. Task complete. But after the mission, Lin Yan didn't leave Blue Secret Realm right away. Since he came here, he had to check out the Blue Marquis's legacy. He just couldn't resist. It's the treasure left by an immortal Marquis. Even if it's just an ordinary Marquis, the assets could range from hundreds of thousands to millions of Han Yuan. Such massive treasure is sitting right in the secret realm. If you didn't claim it, that'd be such a waste. A few days later, Lin Yan reached the deepest part of the core zone. Here, the cosmic energy is super dense, and the sense of danger is way stronger. Lin Yan didn't hesitate. He used his innate secret skill directly. Origin Will Spokesperson, an invisible wave, spread from his body, then quickly withdrew in a few seconds. Lin Yan frowned slightly. He's already here, but still can't sense the Blue Marquis's relic. Honestly, his luck's been pretty good lately. Every time he used his secret skill, he found a lot of treasures. But the issue is, Blue Secret Realm is just a Jade Lord level realm. So the treasures here, are enough to make ordinary Jade Lords or Domain Lords rich. But for Lin Yan now, they're barely worth anything. The real jackpot is the Blue Marquis's legacy. Soon, Lin Yan locked onto 3 suspicious spots, and the one that really caught his eye was a fire cave. When he probed the fire cave with his secret skill, he suddenly felt super pumped. Because he sensed a massive energy dot, ridiculously huge. Lin Yan's eyes lit up. With an energy dot this big, how valuable must the treasure be? The Blue Marquis's legacy must be here. But the problem is, there's a beast with fire powers camping outside the cave. This beast is irritable, super strong, and always alone. It's treated the cave as its own lair forever. If Lin Yan tries to charge and head on, it'll never work. He rubbed his chin, quickly coming up with an idea. Can't beat it? Then just lead it away. So over the next month, the fire beast had the most stressful month ever. Day 1, a bug suddenly crashed into its lair and scratched it hard. Barely hurt, but super insulting. The fire beast freaked out, chased the bug for miles, and finally tore it apart. But day 2, the bug came back, and this time it ran even faster than before. Day 3, 4, 5, the bug showed up every day for a whole month. Each day some damn bug showed up to mess with its sleep, tease and run away every time, getting farther and faster. The fire beast was going nuts. Finally, one day, the bug led it away for hundreds of miles. The beast totally lost it, headed straight for the Beast Lake zone, planning to catch some strong beasts to guard its place, so it wouldn't get bugged again later. When the fire beast finally left, Lin Yan almost laughed out loud. Good, good, good. Finally gone. Now I have time to dig for treasure. Lin Yan had sneaked into the fire cave before too, but soon found the Blue Marquis. Legacy wasn't on the surface, but buried deep underground in the mine. Even worse, the mine evolved over eons, turning into a fire property mineral vein, basically as tough as grade C alloy. Digging was slow and hard. Without luring away the fire beast, there would be no time to get the treasure. Now, finally, the chance came. Lin Yan started digging right away. While mining, he couldn't help but sigh. Such a hidden spot, plus a domain-level beast guarding it. No wonder after billions of eras, no one found it. Guess I lucked out. Lin Yan dug and dug for ages, finally getting all the biggest energy dots he sensed one by one. Only a few scattered small dots were left. Couldn't dig them in time, because outside his clone had already detected the fire beast coming back. Lin Yan didn't get greedy.
He left the cave with his loot right away.
Ran off quickly. On the way back, a bunch of cosmic adventurers tried to mess with him. After Lin Yan casually killed a few groups, nobody dared get close anymore. When he got back to the Kaianwu secret realm and stepped into the manor, Vito came to greet him right away. He wore a silver-black battlesuit. Standing at the door, his eyes fixed on Lin Yan, like he caught the scent of blood still lingering on Lin Yan. Vito raised an eyebrow. Your Highness, is this what you meant by normal training? Lin Yan cleared his throat. The process got a little intense. Vito looked at him, smiling slightly. Just a little? Next time Your Highness says it's not dangerous, I'm not going to believe it. Lin Yan had no idea how to reply. But Vito didn't keep teasing him. Just let his gaze linger for a moment, speaking softer. Glad you're back. He said it really gently, but it touched Lin Yan.
He hadn't had time to say more yet.
The leader of Kaianwu Nation already sent a message, telling him to head to the main hall right away. Inside the main hall, the leader looked at Lin Yan and asked with a cheerful smile, You're back so soon? Hasn't it been less than 3 years? Did you really finish the task already? Lin Yan bowed respectfully. Yes, master. I've completed the mission.
He handed the jade box back to the leader as he spoke.
The leader looked at the jade box, and his eyes flashed with relief, but mostly with curiosity. My dear disciple, how did you pull this off? Can you tell me how you did it? Lin Yan responded seriously. Reporting to teacher, honestly, I just took advantage. Those jade masters at level 9. I couldn't kill them all, so I only took out a few hundred. After that, they were too scared to move. So they huddled together in their lair, defending themselves. Then, while they were terrified, I completed the mission easily. The leader's smile froze instantly. What do you mean, only killed a few hundred? What do you mean by scaring them so much? They couldn't even come out of their lair? And you're telling me that's just taking a shortcut? You should really listen to yourself. The leader was at a loss for words. But before he could process it, Lin Yan dropped an even bigger bomb. "Oh right, master. In the Wylan's secret realm, I also brought back the relics of Lord Wylan." The leader looked up sharply, this time.
He actually lost his composure. What?
Lord Wylan's inheritance. It's been sitting in the Wylan secret realm for billions of eras. So many years. In the entire Kainwu universe, countless Jade Masters from the Taiku secret realm, and even Jade Masters from the Primordial secret realm have tried to find it, but none of them succeeded. Yet Lin Yan, a mere star level, managed to finish the mission in just over 2 years, and casually dug up Lord Wylan's inheritance too. The leader stared at Lin Yan and started doubting life for a moment. "How did you do it?" Lin Yan blinked. "Master, did you forget? I have a special skill for detecting treasures. So finding an inheritance isn't all that hard for me. Plus, I have clones. Honestly, finding Lord Wylan's inheritance was easier than killing those hundreds of Jade Masters." The leader fell silent. "Good thing I'm already a universe venerable. If I were still just a domain lord or realm lord, and heard this, I'd probably want to hang this disciple up for a beating, and then rob him right after." The leader said irritably, "Take out Lord Wylan's inheritance. Let me help you check. If there's anything your subordinates need, 13 can take care of the rest for you. Just focus on your cultivation." Lin Yan nodded and dumped out all of Lord Wylan's inheritance. The leader was just glancing over it at first. The stuff in front added up to about 650,000 Hanyuan. Not bad for an average lord. But to the leader, it's just whatever. Then when the last thing dropped, a regular-looking clear crystal, the leader's expression changed instantly. "This thing?" The leader immediately probed with his divine power, and in a second, the surface of the crystal lit up with dense markings of law and secret script. He couldn't read the text, but could understand what it meant. "This is the God Envoy's legacy crystal of Gaoshan. Any realm lord with a soul can receive the full God Envoy inheritance from Gaoshan." The leader's eyes narrowed. God Envoy legacy crystal. A mere lord immortal actually owns such a treasure. At this moment, the leader finally understood why Lord Wylan was assassinated by a human powerhouse, and why he risked everything to betray his clan. Turns out he got this kind of high-level chance. Too bad Lord Wylan couldn't keep it. And it ended up going to Lin Yan, that star-level kid. The leader looked at Lin Yan, shaking his head with a wry smile. "Lin Yan, sell this treasure to our Kainwu universe, okay? I won't take advantage of you. How about 35 billion mixed elements?" Lin Yan froze for a moment. "Teacher, is this price too high?" The Lord of Kainwu waved his hand. "Not at all. A normal God Envoy inheritance crystal is priced by the Virtual Universe Company at 20 to 30 billion mixed elements. Since I am the one buying it, the price should naturally be fair. It's just a difference of a few billion. I won't cheat you out of that small amount." Lin Yan felt a warmth in his heart. Having a good teacher truly makes a difference. Without the Lord of Kainwu, even if he got the inheritance crystal, he'd just be staring at it in his world ring, hardly daring to sell it, let alone for 35 billion mixed elements. The Lord of Kainwu continued. "However, Lin Yan, since you can now kill 9th level domain lords, by the time you reach universe level 9, you'll likely rival many sector lords. The mere universe genius battle can no longer hold you back. What you must consider now is how to stay in the primal secret region and how to break through to Undying." Lin Yan immediately listened intently. The Lord of Kainwu said slowly, "Undying level combat power depends on law comprehension, genes, secret techniques, weapons, and array seals. Array seal techniques are extremely rare. They amplify power like force techniques, reaching up to 100-fold, but they're much harder to master. Many knights haven't even maxed them out. They test law comprehension and are incredibly expensive. Speaking of which, the Lord of Kainwu looked at Lin Yan. But your law comprehension is good, and you have 35 billion mixed elements. So I suggest that from star level, you start learning array seal techniques. This saves money in the long run and will skyrocket your early combat power. Lin Yan bowed in gratitude. Thank you for the guidance, teacher. The Lord of Kainru then tested Lin Yan's cultivation progress. Seeing his foundation was still solid, he let him leave with satisfaction. Back in his study, Lin Yan began to replan his path. 35 billion mixed elements. Use 30 billion to boost my gene levels. Then use 2 billion to raise my body and soul array seals to about 15 times amplification. I can't fall behind in law comprehension. Time and space must reach level 9 essentials. That's the 4th floor of the sky bridge. Even with dual cultivation and training in array seal techniques, I must not be slower than Bolin. As Lin Yan prepared to continue cultivating the advanced Emperor Slaughter, a surprise appeared in the technique. It awakened a new ability, flame armor, like creating ice fall or royal armor. Lin Yan's Emperor armor, once reaching the advanced bloodline level, could derive its own armor successors, giving him a guard to protect the Emperor. But this ability had its limits. As a beginner in the advanced stage, he could only create 5 different elemental successors and flame armors. Whether that number grows depends on his strength and genes. Second, the successor must be willing. Once they inherit the flame armor, they become Lin Yan's loyal vassal, unable to betray his will. Because of this power can't be given lightly. Luo Feng isn't suitable. Hang and Thunder God aren't either. They have their own pride. No matter how good the benefits, they won't become anyone's vassal. More importantly, while the armor grants bloodline and legacy, as a vassal system, it might limit their growth ceiling. Giving it to Luo Feng or Hong might actually ruin their original paths. Lin Yan pondered for a moment, and his eyes gradually lit up. Someone with non-top tier talent, who can be fully bound by the armor. That kind of successor. I think I know exactly who. Earth, Shenangjia. The Zerg Brotmother Alina. Lin Yan narrowed his eyes slowly. The first successor will be you. In the last episode, Lin Yan stayed in seclusion for a long time. Using his Emperor bloodline as a foundation, he created a new secret technique, Flame Guard. By giving part of his 5 elements essence, he could modify other souls and bodies, granting them a bloodline second only to his. Though this technique was godlike, the cost was equally staggering. To create each flame guard, Lin Yan loses much life essence, so the first candidate must be loyal and have extremely high potential. Deep in Earth's relic No. 31, the long-slumbering Zerg Broodmother caught Lin Yan's attention. Regarding Alina's situation, Lin Yan knew it very well. She could breed a massive Zerg army, but her own cultivation talent was mediocre. In the original timeline, after Luo Feng became a sector lord, he was quite wealthy. Even the cloud contact vine, with resources, was raised to the peak of official king. But Alina, the Zerg Broodmother, remained stuck at the sector lord level, unable to break through to Undying. If a Broodmother reaches Undying, with just a little bit of tempering, she'd rival an invincible king. What she lacked wasn't combat power, it was innate talent. Alina can control a 1,000,000-strong army. If I improve her bloodline and talent, her value would be far higher than a regular Undying king. Lin Yan quickly made his decision. Alina would be his first flame guard. But before modifying her, Lin Yan had to enslave her completely. He spent 1.5 million mixed elements on the 10,000 star soul control, soul enslavement technique. At the max level, it can control 10,000 soul slaves. But Lin Yan only needs the basic level, with his Undying level mental state. It took only 2 days to master the first layer completely. During his training, Lin Yan sent emails to Luo Feng and Thunder God respectively. I'm heading back to Earth. Do you want to come along? After receiving the message, the 3 didn't hesitate at all. They had been away for a long time. Now having the chance to return home, each was more excited than the last. Led by the 13th Divine General, the 4 returned to Earth. Luo Feng and Thunder God went home to reunite with their families and friends, while Lin Yan took the 13th General straight to Relic No. 31. Deep inside the ruins sat a massive 800-meter circular hive, floating quietly in the darkness. The whole hive is totally silent. Just standing in front of her, you can feel a natural sense of unease and pressure. Because deep inside the hive's core, the Zerg Queen Irina lies dormant. Lin Yan and the 13 divine generals pass through corridor after corridor and quickly reach the hive's core. They see a petite woman, peacefully sleeping in a translucent chamber. Her skin is almost pale, nearly transparent. Her delicate body looks like it's made of crystal. Behind her, butterfly-like wings cover her body gently like silk. They softly wrap her. Even while asleep, she gives off an alluring, natural charm. No wonder she's known for having such beauty and figure. Almost perfect as the Zerg Queen. Just by sleeping, she can influence people's minds. Lin Yan quickly steadies himself. The Zerg Queen's soul is powerful. Back then, Haiyan Bio reached immortal lord status, yet still couldn't enslave her. But this time, Lin Yan has the 13 divine generals on his side. In front of this nearly immortal king-level fighter, the sleeping Irina has no chance to resist. The 13 generals unleash their spiritual power and instantly suppress Irina's soul core. Your Highness, her soul is fully asleep. Her core is completely open. You can now add your soul mark. Thank you, General 13. Lin Yan doesn't hesitate anymore. He immediately uses the 10,000 star soul control technique. A wave of invisible mental power dives into Irina's soul. Suddenly, Irina's body starts trembling violently. A sharp and agony-filled cry erupts in the hive's core, but it lasts only a split second before vanishing. The pain on Irina's face fades away. Moments later, she slowly opens her eyes. Her bright blue eyes look just like a clear lake. The moment she sees Lin Yan, she immediately becomes gentle and respectful. Master, the enslavement succeeded. Lin Yan nods slightly. Then he stores Irina in the ring world, Wu Kai's clone and the mini-cosmos. The clone arrives at the front. Irina, which lower law have you mastered now? Irina respectfully answers, reporting master. I've mastered the law of fire. Have you sensed the law of space? Number. After hearing this answer, Lin Yan confirms his judgment. Irina's original talent really is quite average. In that case, she absolutely should become my Yan armor guard. From now on, whatever I ask you, you must never resist. Understood, master. Lin Yan sits cross-legged and puts his mind into his life core. Then he forcibly draws out a portion of his fire lineage bloodline from his own 5-element bloodline. Just this action makes him instantly pale. Having your life core torn apart hurts way worse than a normal injury. It feels like part of your soul is torn right out of your body. But Lin Yan doesn't stop. He gives Irina the separated fire lineage essence and lets her absorb it. Afterwards, he uses Imperial Essence to reshape her body and soul, reinforces the soul mark, and leaves lots of knowledge about the laws of fire and space in her mind. When everything is done, Lin Yan's aura is extremely weak. He immediately takes out anything that can restore his life core essence and starts recovering. Only now does he realize the cost of the Yan armor guard technique. No wonder the technique always warns not to make too many Yan armor guards. Creating just one Yan armor guard cost me so much life essence. I need to choose guards much more carefully from now on. The bloodline of any Yan armor guard will always be at least one level lower than Lin Yan's. Right now, Lin Yan's imperial lineage has reached a high 5-element level with a 4,300 times gene multiplier. That means Irina's bloodline limit can go up to 1,300 times gene level. But reaching that max level isn't going to happen overnight. The fire essence Lin Yan gave her just now barely gets her up to 2 times gene level. What's worse, other gene-boosting treasures almost never work on Yan armor guards. Only Lin Yan's own life core can keep raising their gene multiplier. So, for a long time, Lin Yan will have to keep splitting his life essence to keep Irina growing. Once his bloodline improves again, he'll have to keep giving Irina new essence. It's basically a bottomless pit. Hopefully, Irina's talent and power really can change drastically. Otherwise, it would feel like I've wasted all this life essence. While Lin Yan is quietly thinking this, Irina finally finishes absorbing the fire essence. She slowly opens her eyes, compared to before. Her aura has clearly changed. Inside her once weak body, there's now a blazing and powerful life force. Irina steps over to Linyan, bows respectfully. Thank you, Master, for your gift. I now know many ways to train with fire and space laws. Even though my level hasn't changed, my physical strength and mental power are both double what they were before. Not only that, now my insight into the law of fire is much faster than before. I can even start to feel some space fluctuations.
Hearing this,
Lin Yan's last worry disappears. 2 times gene multiplier is just the start of this transformation. What really excites him is Irina can now sense the law of space. That means the fire bloodline not only strengthened Irina's body, it directly improved her formerly mediocre talent. Your gene multiplier should be 2 times now. Plus, the fire bloodline changed your talent, which is why all these changes happened. As I keep giving you more life essence, your gene multiplier and talent will keep going up. Lin Yan asks again, besides all that, is there any other change? Irina frowns slightly, thinks carefully for a moment, then shows a hint of confusion. Reporting to Master, a Zerg ability I possess. Looks like the units have mutated too. Lin Yan's eyes lit up instantly. Irina's transformation this time is even more shocking than he expected. Right now, his best breeding skills are focused on 3 kinds of Zerg warriors: Rock Tank Zerg, Shadow Wind Zerg, and Blaze Mantis Zerg. Blaze Mantis Zerg has the strongest individual power, but they're the most expensive to breed. Shadow Wind Zerg is the cheapest. They're better at speed and sneak attacks. Rock Tank Zerg have great strength and defense. They're more of a frontline breakthrough unit. This time, the mutation happened too. Rock Tank Zerg, Irina spoke softly. The original Rock Tank Zerg had strong power and defense, but their speed and agility were weaker. Now, when I'm breeding them, I can make them reach almost my level of law power. Their strength, defense, speed, and agility are all noticeably better. Now, Rock Tank Zerg basically have no real weaknesses. Ling Yan quickly asked, how do they compare to Blaze Mantis Zerg? The combined power of 3 Rock Tank Zerg is enough to match 4 Blaze Mantis Zerg, yet the resources needed to breed Rock Tank Zerg are still less than the Blaze Mantis Zerg. And when I command Rock Tank Zerg in battle, I can handle them way easier, as my gene multiplier and understanding of laws keeps improving. Their power will grow alongside mine. At this point, Irina's voice now held some excitement. If someday my law insight hits Marquis Immortal level, even hits King Immortal tier, then even if my Rock Tank Zerg are still just Domain Lord class, they might take on ordinary Immortals head-on. Hearing that, Lin Yan finally couldn't help but laugh. The Zerg Queen's scariest move is the Million Zerg Army Strike. A million Domain Lord Zerg attacking at once could theoretically even wipe out a B-King Immortal. But this attack always had 2 big weaknesses. 1, single Zerg units aren't balanced enough. 2nd, the army combo attack needs some prep time against a B-King who has teleportation. No matter how strong the attack, if you can't hit, it's useless. But with mutated Rock Tank Zerg, each unit is way better now, and Irina's command gets more efficient. Once her law insights really grow, there's even a chance to use the Zerg army to reach Marquis Immortal, maybe even basic B-King status. Great, the transformation is even better than I thought. I'll keep providing you with life essence. And your job is to focus on mastering the laws. First, get recognized by the space law, then work on becoming immortal. Yes, Master. After handling Irina's matter, Lin Yan casually packed up the E9 class mechanical race ship from the ruins. Even though the former leader of Waguo gave him a better F9 class ship, but this E9 mechanical ship still is worth about 2,000 chaos units. It can be traded for breeding materials, enough to make dozens of peak Domain Lord Rock Tank Zerg. Even a small mosquito is still meat. Naturally, Ling Yan won't let it go. After leaving Earth, he made a trip to the trash starfield. He kept breeding peak Domain Lord Zerg. It costs a lot of universe crystals, but if you use the bodies, scrap metal, and special materials of the Zerg dead, costs drop to 1/10. Lin Yan bought enough resources to cultivate 1,000 peak sector Lord Rock tanks. But he only had Irina breed 100 for now, as he'd soon join the genius battle and enter Virtual Universe Company's core. The company trains geniuses so that they hone themselves in secret realms, not so they can bring a massive army to just sweep through everything. A Zerg Empress, plus 100 peak sector Lord Rock tanks. This lineup is quite exaggerated, but just within the upper management's limits. If he brought thousands of Zerg, it wouldn't be training anymore. It would be a shopping spree. With the Zerg Legion ready, Ling Yan had Irina deal with Pansy. This classic wealth bringer in Devouring World did not disappoint Ling Yan at all. After taking a full inventory, Ling Yan's account gained an extra 6.3 billion mixed elements. Besides that, there was a lot of Lock Deva water, since he took Irina early, stealing Luo Feng's future lucky break. Ling Yan used Irina's ransom as a reason to give most of the water to Luo Feng. At least this way, Luo Feng's growth won't be hit too hard. After settling everything, Ling Yan returned to the Kainwu realm to keep perfecting his secret techniques. Time slipped away during his training. Suddenly, it was the end of 2062, and just at this moment, Luo Feng's Moshe clone was finally born. When the annual evaluation began, Luo Feng showed his true edge for the first time. 9-line flow with the Nanosurge's 20th form. Besides Ling Yan, no other universe-level student in the realm could take one hit from him. Only then did everyone realize that, after the Moshe clone was born, in just one single year, Luo Feng mastered space laws, learned the 9-line flow, and could barely use the nanosword. Such an incredible growth speed soon caught the attention of many king-level powerhouses. In just a few days, 14 kings simultaneously sent apprenticeship invites to Luo Feng. Luo Feng found himself in a tough spot. He had almost never heard of any of these king-level names and couldn't tell who was stronger. With no choice, he went to ask Ling Yan, "Brother Ling, 14 kings want me as a student now. Who do you think I should choose?" Ling Yan answered almost instantly, "In the Kayanwu Universe Nation, either you're like me and become the country lord's student, or you don't pick anyone at all. Wait for the Virtual Universe Company to find a truly powerful king teacher." In the real world, there is an unwritten rule. For teachers of the same rank, you can usually only have one. Luo Feng could follow an official, then a king, and finally a universe knight. But if he settled now for a living king teacher, it would be hard to study later under an invincible king like Tru Yan. Most kings in the Kainwu nation barely earned their titles through mere contributions. Their actual combat power might not beat a peak official level fighter. For them, giving up a chance with King Tru Yan was clearly not worth it. Luo Feng agreed with Ling Yan, so he applied to the Kainwu country lord. However, to Ling Yan's surprise, not even half a day after the application, the country lord contacted him personally. When the call connected, the country lord's slightly annoyed voice immediately came through the other side. "My dear student, why did you want your little townsman to join my sect?" Luo Feng's talent is just too average. Ling Yan didn't know how to respond. The future chaotic source lord, in the eyes of the country lord, was just average. But thinking about it, with Luo Feng's current performance, he might not impress the country lord. Bolin is called a once-in-an-epoch genius, but without other opportunities, he'd likely only reach the king level. To a high-tier universe knight, like the Kayanwu country lord, only those geniuses with knight potential are worth his personal training, and current Luo Feng clearly hadn't shown that yet. If Luo Feng's application hadn't mentioned Ling Yan, the country lord would have refused. Ling Yan had no choice but to speak up for Luo Feng. "Teacher, Luo Feng once took a golden horned beast, and his will is incredibly firm, at least at the domain lord level now. With the beast's cloning talent, he'll likely become a king level undying. Even if he doesn't become a knight, he can still handle things for you."
Hearing this,
The country lord was still hesitant.
taking the golden horned beast,
Was indeed a stroke of luck. But with Ling Yan as a benchmark, Luo Feng seemed even more ordinary. Seeing the hesitation, Ling Yan had to up the ante. "Also, Luo Feng has great luck. If I didn't have my special secret technique, granted by the Origin Universe's will, I might not even be as lucky as he is. Luck? At those words, the country lord perked up. As one of the oldest human country lords, he had died 3 times on the primal star. He lost all his treasures and valuables, and owed a debt of 3.8 treasure points. Regarding luck, he was extremely sensitive. First Ling Yan, worth billions at stellar level. Now another one with luck. On par with him, Luo Feng. If he took both lucky stars in, next time he entered the primal star,
His luck might actually turn around.
thinking of this, the country lord finally decided. Fine, since you favor him so much, I'll take him as an inner disciple. If he performs well enough later, I'll consider making him a formal student. Ling Yan finally felt relieved. Although this felt a bit like betraying the future King Tru Yan, the country lord had been good to him. 1 billion mixed elements and resources, plus various secret techniques. Ling Yan felt he owed him one. Of course, I have to find ways to repay my teacher, especially for Luo Feng right now. Being the registered disciple of a cosmic high lord is way more valuable than being a personal disciple of an ordinary king. Qianwu country lord didn't hold any grand ceremony for taking disciples this time. He simply announced publicly that he got a new registered disciple, then summoned Luo Feng privately. Luo Feng, you're just my registered disciple now. But if you fulfill the tasks I give you, you may become my official disciple in the future. First, at this cosmic genius battle, your senior Ling Yan will get first place, but you must secure second place. Second, after your golden horned beast body reaches Universe Level 9, stop progressing for now. Wait until you enter Chaos City. Let the City Lord check your progress before moving forward, so no one thinks I'm taking advantage of Virtual Universe Company. Third, now that you're my disciple, I'll give you training manuals and an allowance of 1 million mixed yuan units. For unofficial lords and kings in the universe country, you can email them for advice. Each year, I'll set aside time to answer your cultivation questions. I expect you not to disappoint me. Luo Feng respectfully bowed, yes, teacher. You may leave now. When speaking to Luo Feng, Qian Wu country lord was all business. But after Luo Feng left, his attitude changed instantly toward Ling Yan. He saw Ling Yan smirking on the side. Qian Wu country lord put on a stern face. What's so funny? You'd better hurry back to train. Let me tell you, this genius battle, winning first place is just the beginning. If you can't clear the 3rd level of the 7th trial tower, I'll teach you a lesson when you come back. Ling Yan's smile froze immediately. The 3rd level of the 7th trial tower. That's a really tough requirement. But in the next second, Qian Wu country lord softened a bit. Of course, if you manage to reach the 3rd level of the 7th trial tower, I'll reward you myself. The better you do, the bigger the reward. Even a supreme treasure isn't out of the question. Hearing supreme treasure, Ling Yan was stunned. Wasn't he supposed to be the richest human? Doesn't he still owe 3.8 treasure points to his clan and friends? Where is Qian Wu country lord? Getting supreme treasures to reward him? Ling Yan couldn't help checking Qian Wu country lord out. His look seemed to ask, Teacher, did you secretly get rich behind my back? Qian Wu country lord saw Ling Yan's confusion. He shook his head helplessly. Since you're so curious, I'll tell you. At that point, Qian Wu country lord's face suddenly turned serious. This genius battle is a bit special. Ling Yan was surprised. What kind of change could make the debt-ridden Qian Wu country lord willing to offer a supreme treasure as a reward? The richest human borrows money to go all in. Ling Yan sweeps through 10 billion geniuses. A cosmic high lord is so broke he's borrowing from friends to place bets. Even crazier, just to win this bet, he purposely downplays his own personal disciple's worth. I've really held you back. With your current power, I'm afraid you can't pass the 3rd level of the 7th trial tower. Lin Yan, hit with doubt, actually believed it. For the next few years, he trained insanely hard.
Qian Wu country lord never expected.
His little impromptu act would actually push out a real monster. When the preliminary started, Lin Yan swept through the first region alone, killing over 10 billion genius competitors. At that moment, those who mocked country lord Qian Wu realized that this disciple he always complained about was actually scarier than they thought. Last episode, Ling Yan recommended Luo Feng become a disciple under Country Lord Qian Wu, successfully made him the registered disciple of Country Lord Qian Wu. Then Country Lord Qian Wu gave Ling Yan an outrageous goal. Not only must he win the genius battle,
He also has to clear the 3rd level of the 7th trial tower.
if he does well enough, Country Lord Qian Wu is even willing to offer a supreme treasure as a reward. But Ling Yan is confused. Country Lord Qian Wu is famous as the richest human in the clan. He fell 3 times on the original star, lost all his treasures and supreme treasures, and even owes a huge debt of 3.8 treasure points. Where's he getting supreme treasures to reward himself? Faced with Ling Yan's confusion, Country Lord Qian Wu just said one thing. This genius battle is a bit special. And this goes back to how broke Country Lord Qian Wu is, because the debt's piled up. Now, when other lords go exploring in the universe, they don't even ask Country Lord Qian Wu along. No one wants to risk Country Lord Qian Wu dying in the secret realm again, not only gaining nothing, but maybe having to clean up his mess. With no choice, money-hungry Country Lord Qian Wu just goes to chat with new Zhou Lord often, asks about new secret realms, and listens to other lords' adventures, just for the excitement. Over time, New Zhou Lord found out that Country Lord Qian Wu recently took on a personal disciple, and this disciple is about to enter the genius battle. New Zhou Lord is famously talkative, so before long, word spread that Country Lord Qian Wu took an extraordinary disciple, and lots of cosmic lords heard the news. Beiming Lord, Qian Wu's friend, learned about it. He just struck big in a secret realm, got dozens of new manuals. Thinking about how broke Qian Wu has been, Beiming Lord saw a chance to help his old buddy, so a special betting event about Ling Yan began. Betting if Ling Yan could win the genius battle, and how far he'd get in the 7th trial tower. Meanwhile, with Country Lord Qian Wu's approval, Beiming Lord publicly shared some info about Ling Yan. Ling Yan was originally just a native on some planet. He broke through to planetary level a few years ago, officially entered the universe, but not long after entering, he was taken on as the personal disciple by Country Lord Qian Wu. As for Ling Yan's true talent, secret techniques, and law mastery, Country Lord Qian Wu kept them strictly hidden, not revealing a single word. The more he covered up, the more other lords got curious. Plus, Venerable Niu Zhou was hyping it up everywhere. At first, it was just a few friends, having a small bet to help out the former Lord Qian Wu. But soon, hundreds of universe venerables got involved. Even some universe overlords couldn't help but join in themselves. Nobody put up a huge stake. Some bet as little as 0.1 treasure points, while others put in 1 or 2 points. For those universe venerables, this was just for fun. But for the broke Lord Qian Wu, it was a shot at turning things around. So he swallowed his pride and borrowed 2 treasure points from Venerable Beiming and bet it all on Ling Yan. Now, the venerables split into 2 camps. Some people think, you're a once-in-a-million-years talent, but you'd be lucky to reach the 2nd floor of the 7th trial tower. Others believe, since I think so highly of you, you might be a once-in-10 million-years genius, and could make it to the 3rd floor. At this point, Lord Qian Wu turned to Lin Yan, looking dead serious. I've already put the 2 borrowed treasure points, all on you reaching the 3rd floor. Don't let your master down. After hearing all this, Lin Yan didn't agree right away. His eyes shifted a bit. Then he suddenly shared an even bolder idea. Master, if we're gonna bet, why not go even bigger? Lord Qian Wu was caught off guard, but Lin Yan kept talking. All those venerables think I can at most get to the 3rd floor of the 7th trial tower, so why not add a new bet? That I can reach the 4th floor, or maybe even the 5th. Hearing that, Lord Qian Wu was shaken. But the next second, he put on a stern face and started scolding Lin Yan. Nonsense, you really think the 7th TRIAO tower is that easy? I know you've got a genetic multiplier in the thousands, but inside the virtual universe, all contestants will use the exact same physical stats. Your real-world genetic edge doesn't count here. What really matters in the trial tower is rule comprehension and secret techniques. Even back then, Ketty and Shiwo only made it to the 4th floor of the 7th trial tower. You're way younger than them. Confidence is good, but aiming way too high will only hurt you. Lord Qianwu kept lecturing him. But Lin Yan suddenly looked up and said, "Sorry, master." As soon as he finished, Lin Yan's eyes burst with dazzling golden light. His body trembled, and he activated a soul rune. Boom! A terrifying aura, way above the normal universe level, erupted from inside Lin Yan. Right after, he pressed both hands down. A golden field exploded outward. In just moments, several miles around were lit up with brilliant golden light. Inside the domain, time started to flow crazily, and space shook non-stop. The 8 lesser laws, metal, wood, water, fire, earth, wind, thunder, light, all descended at once, with time and space as the core 2 superior laws. A total of 10 source laws were all fused by Lin Yan into this single domain. Inside the field with Lord Qianwu, his face looked stern as ever, but inside he was totally shocked. A domain-type secret art, and made of all 10 source laws. A domain technique built from 10 laws at once. Just with that move alone, the first 2 floors of the 7th trial tower probably couldn't stop Lin Yan. But Lin Yan wasn't done yet. He quickly formed hand signs. Ultimate 5 gates. Boom! 5 huge gates, as massive as mountains, crashed down from the sky. The gold gate was sharp. The wood gate pulsed with life. The water gate flowed smooth. The fire gate exploded. The earth gate stood solid. The 5 giant gates spun around, merging together, making their power stack up over and over. Then, blinding lights burst from all 5 gates at once, forming a rainbow shockwave of destruction that swept out in every direction. Lord Qianwu casually raised a hand and blocked the attack easily, faced with Lin Yan's hopeful look. He just snorted and said, "All show, no substance." "Is that really the edge you think is enough to beat the 3rd floor?" Lin Yan froze. He had no idea. Every time he revealed another trump card, the former Qianwu leader calculated that his treasure points would rise again. But Lin Yan did not give up. He gritted his teeth, squeezing out the last of his strength. Gold, wood, water, fire. 5 element laws spun madly in his palm, elements generating each other. In an endless cycle, War Saint's fatal roar. A sky-shaking dragon roar suddenly echoed through the palace. A golden dragon, hundreds of feet long, roared out from Lin Yan's palm. The dragon bared its claws, its 5 talons sharp as knives.
Even in those golden dragon eyes,
Flames seemed to burn, using time and space laws as fuel. It carried the terrifying power of the 5 elements and lunged at the Qianwu leader. Domain control, area attack, single burst. All 3 secret skills were displayed. Only then did Lin Yan disperse his power. To report his year of cultivation results, report to teacher. My time and space laws have each mastered 4 law essences. All 8 lower laws have also reached the 3rd essence level. Force multiplier reached 100x. Body amplitude reached 3x. Soul amplitude reached 4x. And even my willpower has reached the level of a high immortal monarch. Speaking to this point, Lin Yan's tone was incredibly serious. This is just my current state. In 6 years for the final match, my total power will rise at least 3x. So please, teacher, believe in me. This was already Lin Yan's conservative estimate, because from start to finish, he did not reveal his true trump card, Emperor's Descent. Once Emperor's Descent is activated, his combat power would increase 100-fold. If this card could be used, normally in the virtual universe, let alone floors 4 and 5, even the final floor of the 7th tower, he'd have the confidence to clear it. However, after seeing Lin Yan's cards, the Qianwu leader wasn't happy at all. Instead, he stood there and sighed deeply. "Sigh, my good disciple. I can see that. You've worked very hard recently, but I only just realized now that I was far too lenient with you." Lin Yan was slightly stunned. The Qianwu leader looked heartbroken. "Knowing mastery beats variety. I failed to stop you in time. Studying all 10 origin laws at once has wasted your incredible talent. With your current single law mastery, you're far behind the geniuses who appear once in a million eras. Clearing the 7th tower's 3rd floor is too hard." The Kyan Wu leader sighed again. Sigh, I have failed you. Go back and practice now. Let me be alone for a while. Ling Yan was completely baffled. This shouldn't be right. With his current strength, even against 100 Bolins at once, he could insta-kill them all. Moreover, in the next 6 years, his body and soul amplitudes and law comprehension would keep surging. Could such strength still fail to satisfy the Kyan Wu leader? Had he really underestimated the difficulty of the 7th tower's later floors? Or was his current strength far weaker than he imagined? Filled with doubt, Ling Yan left the palace with his head down. Before leaving, he made a vow in his heart. It seems my training is still not enough. No matter what, I must clear the 7th tower's 4th floor, or even the 5th floor, then I can save my teacher's face and win him many treasure points. However, Ling Yan never imagined that just as he stepped out, the sighing Kyan Wu leader became excited, his eyes turning red. He contacted Venerable Baiming at once. Change the bet rules. I want to double down. Not long after, the news of the Kyan Wu leader's new bet, putting everything on clearing the 5th floor or higher, spread through the venerable circles. Everyone thought Kyan Wu had gone mad, but the Kyan Wu leader publicly promised, if I win this bet, I won't take a single cent of profit. All gains go to Ling Yan for treasures, and I'll give Ling Yan the list of every venerable who bet against him. Once he said this, the entire betting pool exploded, because if Kyan Wu actually won, it meant Ling Yan, who had only practiced for a decade, was more talented than Kedi or Shiwo. As long as he survived, he'd be at least a high universe venerable, using 0.1 treasure points to befriend such a future powerhouse early was a deal no one wanted to miss. In a short time, the total bet exceeded 55 treasure points. Ling Yan, crushed by his teacher's words, started to work desperately. His Wukai clone focused on the 10 laws. His universe clone studied the heavenly map, while training his soul amplitude. As for his main body, besides raising his body amplitude, he kept entering the Kyan Wu prisons to fight life and death battles with level 9 criminals. In a few years, Ling Yan's strength surged once again. Back in the Wyland secret realm, he needed Emperor's Descent and a 100x boost to kill a level 9 lord. But now, even without that form, he could kill a level 9 powerhouse, who possessed double or triple domains. Finally, the genius battle was about to start. The Kyan Wu leader gathered all the geniuses of the secret realm at the palace. This battle drew attention from many elites, including some at the same level as the country leader himself. So this time, you must perform well. Don't shame our realm. Afterwards, he kept Ling Yan, Luo Feng, and Hong. Through Ling Yan's introduction, Hong, with his terrifying will, near the level of an immortal marquis, became an unofficial disciple too. Kyan Wu set a goal for Hong, to at least enter the heaven-earth realm. As for Luo Feng, there was still only one requirement. You must take second place in this battle. After instructing them, the Kyan Wu leader turned to Ling Yan. He was silent for a moment, then wore that heartbroken look again. What a pity. If you had focused on time and space, you'd already have the strength to clear the 4th sky bridge floor. Forget it, I won't nag you anymore. I just hope in this battle, you can save a bit of face for me. After all, right now, hundreds of venerables are watching you. After hearing this, Ling Yan felt his pressure skyrocket. He immediately bowed respectfully. Don't worry, master. I will give it my all this time. I won't let you down. After Ling Yan and the others left, the Lord of Kyan Wu couldn't hold back, slapping the table in excitement. I've belittled him for years. The kid must be full of pent-up rage. Once he enters the trial tower, he'll definitely unleash all his cards. When that happens, for those 55 heavy treasures, I'll have to wrong my dear pupil for now. Finally, with the Lord's expectant smile, the genius battle preliminaries began. Kyan Wu was split into 100 sectors. Each had over 8.2 billion contestants. The winner of each sector would enter the top 1,000 of the country. The rest would have to face an even more brutal arena battle. Ling Yan was assigned to Sector 1. Before the match started, countless geniuses had already marked him as the target to beat. Some wanted fame by defeating his pupil. Some wanted his head to catch a knight's eye, and some even claimed that, if they could defeat Ling Yan, they could replace him as the new peerless genius. But once the match began, they quickly realized that they weren't facing a prey, but a disaster sweeping the sector. 1,000 clones appeared at once. Time law descended. Millions of contestants instantly became sluggish. Then the sword behind him erupted. Time and space laws merged. Sword lights were like a storm, sweeping across the entire world. Cities were swallowed by the light.
Hundreds, thousands, millions.
All geniuses in Ling Yan's way were vaporized in an instant. They had no chance to resist, nor could they force his hand. Ultimately, over 1 billion contestants died by Lin Yan's hand. Number 1 in Sector 1. Unshakable. This battle shocked the whole country. Immortals watched the footage with looks of utter shock. Nearly 1,000 clones, plus time dilation. His time and space laws were actually perfectly balanced. Even with just one of those laws, his talent would be elite, at a level rare in 1,000,000 years. Yet he trained both simultaneously. This guy is a total monster. On the other side, the knights who were just scolding him for wasting talent fell silent. They all went quiet. A moment later, everyone turned their heads at once, staring at the Lord of Kainwu coldly. Kainwu, based on what you said, the strength Lin Yan showed just now is far from his full potential. If he focused only on time and space, could he be even stronger? So, are you really here to complain about your pupil, or to brag in front of us? Exposed by the crowd, the Lord's face turned slightly red, but he still held his ground, stubborn as a mule. No such thing with my character. How could I brag on purpose? I really just wanted to chat and share my troubles. The knights didn't believe a word. One even spoke up on the spot. Kai Wu, if you dislike him so much, why not give him to me? I'll trade 3 heavy treasures for him. The Lord exploded. Nonsense. Look, the old guy's getting defensive. Everyone, if he complains again, we'll work together to snatch his precious pupil away. Right, he's just gloating. Under the guise of complaining, he needs to feel the pain of loss. Hearing the half-joking threats, the Lord of Kainwu pleaded for mercy while glaring at them protectively, fearing his pupil would really be taken. But while they were bickering, a knight noticed something. Wait, when Lin Yan used the sword's second form, he seemed a bit rusty. This means he hasn't put all his effort into time-space fusion. Was Kainwu not lying to us? Is he really studying all 10 laws? As soon as this was said, the joking atmosphere among the knights turned serious, studying multiple laws simultaneously. One wrong move and he could waste that terrifying talent. Kainwu as his master. Are you really going to let him continue? Aren't you afraid he'll lose his way? Facing their questioning, the Lord didn't seem worried at all. Instead, a sly grin, like an old fox, spread across his face. Since you all care so much, how about we make another bet? The knights became instantly wary. You old fox, what do you want to bet now? The Lord of Kainyu smiled. No heavy treasures this time. The loser just buys a round of drinks. Let's bet that the multi-law fusion technique my pupil has created is as good as a rank 5 spirit weapon and lets him face immortals, even as a star level. Silence filled the palace. A second later, the most outspoken Knight Liming stood up. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. A star-level genius, creating a secret technique that can challenge an immortal. A treasure for a pupil? Lin Yan cleared Tower 7 in 10 minutes. 1 supreme treasure, plus 10 heavy treasures, just to trade for a star-level pupil. But facing wealth that would even make a knight's heart skip a beat. The Lord snapped. Get lost. Not for 1 supreme treasure. Not even for 10. Would I ever sell my pupil? Because just now, the boy they thought was wasting talent took less than 10 minutes to clear 6 trial towers in a row. Bolin is still in the first tower, while Lingyan already stands before the 7th trial tower. Only at this moment did everyone finally realize Kainwu wasn't complaining at all. That old man was just showing off. In the last episode, Lin Yan swept through Sector 1, killing over 1 billion contestants solo. But when other elders questioned him about training in 10 origin laws at once, they said he was just wasting his talent. The former Wu Nation leader started another bet, claiming that the multi-law fusion skill Lin Yan created was already as strong as a typical Tier 5 god weapon. It could even let him face immortals as a star-level warrior. Once he said that, Thunder Lord instantly argued that's impossible. Absolutely impossible. Of course he didn't believe it, because only immortals can use moves at this level. Normally, you need insights above layer 13 in the Skybridge to qualify to create such things. Even some weaker Marquis immortals, their ultimate skills don't always reach that level. Lin Yan is only star level. His law comprehension is just at layer 3 or 4 of the Skybridge. Trying to create such a secret art, everyone thinks it's just a fantasy. But facing the doubt, Qian Wu just smiled and raised his glass. Since no one believes me, just wait and see. Seeing his confident look, Thunder Lord and others quickly gathered around. Qian Wu, aren't you always complaining about that apprentice? Since he causes you so much trouble, why not let him join us? Qian Wu's face darkened. Stop trying to steal my apprentice. Other elders couldn't help but sigh. This year's genius battle, Lin Yan, Luo Feng, plus Rong Jun, who has top 10 potential. Qian Wu's nation is really going to stand out. On the surface, Qian Wu kept waving his hand like it's no big deal. Maybe just a little better this year. But his smile was about to reach his ears. In past genius battles, Qian Wu's nation might not even have anyone in the global top 1,000. But this year, they've got 3 geniuses with top 10 potential, which is pretty amazing. Plus Hong and Thunder God. Both are strong enough to break into the top 1,000. Qian Wu was already beaming inside. Lin Yan, that kid, is really his lucky star. Meanwhile, Lin Yan had no idea about all this outside. After the qualifiers ended, there are still more than 3 years until the final genius battle. Thinking he'd let his teacher down, he went back into Qian Wu's nation prison and started intense training. When he hit a law bottleneck, he'd seek out top-tier inmates for life and death fights. If he got stuck on secret arts, he'd ask the nations, marquises and kings for help. Even Qian Wu himself personally showed him the raindrop and fallen leaf diagrams several times, breaking down the first 9 essences of space-time laws, top resources, life and death challenges, plus Lin Yan's insane talent. In just 3 years, his power took another huge leap. Until the final genius battle began, Lin Yan stopped training and entered the virtual universe. He just arrived in his nation's genius team. Luo Feng greeted him with a smile. Lin, how's your progress these 3 years? Lin Yan smiled. Pretty good, should make my teacher happy. But don't get careless yourself. Bolin isn't weak. Now Luo Feng has mastered flow of 100 lines, plus Qian Wu's guidance. He's officially started analyzing law essences, even facing Bolin head-on. He's not worried at all. Both Hong and Thunder God's fate have changed a lot. Thunder God has power for global top 1,000. Red stands out thanks to strong willpower and illusions. He might even break into the top 100. 2 hidden talents that would have stayed unnoticed. Now they're already stepping onto the stage early, on the ultimate stage for humanity's brightest geniuses. Looking at the 3 next to him, Lin Yan finally relaxed. Their future paths are basically set. Now it's my turn. Trial space soon appeared. Every contestant appeared inside the first trial tower at the same time. 10,000 blood mammoths on the first floor. Other prodigies still needed to be cautious. But Lin Yan didn't hide his power at all. Right when he entered the tower, he slowly raised both hands. Qiankun Aurora unleashed. Golden energy instantly covered the whole trial tower. Metal, wood, water, fire, earth, plus wind, lightning, light, the 8 basic laws showed up. And also time and space, the 2 advanced laws. All 10 original laws were perfectly woven around Lin Yan. No conflict, no resistance, just a crushing, terrifying pressure. Enough to destroy the whole trial tower. Inside the virtual universe's spectator palace, the respected elders chatting fell silent one by one. Lei Ming paused mid-sip with his wine glass. 9 sword elders slowly stood up. A moment passed. Lei Ming finally glanced at Qian Wu, the national leader. If you dislike this disciple so much, I'll take a loss and trade a supreme treasure for him. Qian Wu's hair bristled instantly. Watch the match. Stop thinking about my disciple. Everyone was still joking. Suddenly, Nine-Sword Elder raised his hand, stared right at Lin Yan's forehead. Enough. No more chatter. Look at his forehead. Everyone's eyes instantly locked on Lin Yan. Nine-Sword Elder paused for a second. For the first time, his voice couldn't hide his shock. That's a mark acknowledged by the source laws. And there are 8 kinds. Metal, wood, water, fire, earth. All 8 basic laws actually gave Lin Yan recognition from the source laws right now. Even the universe elders couldn't help but curse. What is this guy? Some kind of freak? At star level, he got 8 source law approvals. Many realm lords struggle hundreds of thousands of years and might not even get one. Lin Yan's not even 30, still hasn't trained the laws for 10 years. More importantly, everyone could see Lin Yan's deepest insights were still in the advanced laws of time and space. Thinking about this, over 100 elders slowly turned their heads, one by one, eyes glowing green. All locked on Qian Wu. Qian Wu got freaked out by all the stares. Why are you all looking at me? Watch the genius battle already. Just then, Lei Ming's message sounded in his mind. Lei Ming wasn't joking this time. Qian Wu, a supreme treasure, plus 10 great treasures, for Ling Yan to join me. What do you think? Ling Yan just got recognized by 8 basic laws, and is learning time and space. With talent like this, if he cultivates Qi, almost any type of treasure law, he could craft it. To Lei Ming, Ling Yan is an ideal successor. Ling Yan is just the perfect disciple. But Qian Wu just replied, "Get lost. If you dare push me to sell my disciple again, I'll break your legs right now." Meanwhile, the battle kicked off in the trial tower. Lin Yan pressed down with his left hand, raised his right hand up.
His arms drew a smooth arc in front of him.
With his moves, time got messed up. Space kept twisting. The 8 basic laws intertwined, creating an invisible, unstoppable rhythm of destruction. Qiankun Aurora Cloud Palm. 10,000 blood mammoths couldn't even roar in time. Their massive bodies froze at once. Next second, starting from their limbs, they collapsed inch by inch. No blood. No struggle. All mammoths turned into shimmering dust. 3 seconds, first floor cleared. Lin Yan's face stayed expressionless.
His figure disappeared fast.
Less than a minute. The first trial tower was cleared. 5 minutes later, he smashed through all 5 towers. Reached the 6th trial tower. The beasts inside finally couldn't be killed by Qiankun Aurora alone. But Lin Yan still didn't stop. A long sword appeared for the first time. 5 deadly moves. The 5 element powers gathered on the blade. Qiankun Aurora became an invisible chain, locking all the beasts in place. Sword slashes swept across. Heads flew one after another. Less than 10 minutes. The last beast in the 6th tower fell. Meanwhile, Bolin, Luo Feng, and other prodigies were still stuck in the first trial tower. On the external leaderboard, an absurd gap suddenly appeared before everyone. First place, Lin Yan, 7.7 billion points. Second place, Bolin, 54,000. Third place, Luo Feng, 53,000. 7.7 billion versus 50,000. That's not a gap. That's 2 totally different worlds. All the immortal leaders from each universe nation fell silent. More and more experts got the news and tuned in to watch in the virtual universe. Even the giant Axe Arena in Chaos City and the faraway Cosmic Sea. Everyone paid attention to this event. In less than 10 minutes, smashed through 6 trial towers in a row, 10 original law fusion. It's been ages since humanity had such an amazing young talent. Deep in the Cosmic Sea, a bald, slightly wicked-looking strong man smiled slowly. Such a good seed should not be wasted by that stiff, chaotic guy. Can't let that old stick ruin him. Meanwhile, Lin Yan knew nothing about the outside world. He just walked forward and entered the 7th trial tower. First floor. Still 10,000 blood mammoths. But each one here matched the talent of someone ranked top 1,000 overall. 10,000 charging at once. Even the Qiankun Aurora field started to shake. Ling Yan had to dodge and fight at the same time. This battle lasted 3 hours. After reaching the second floor, the difficulty shot up again. 10,000 nine-headed pythons with crazy speed. Their attacks all poisonous. Ling Yan fought for 6 hours before finally winning. To recover, he even rested for 3 days on the second floor. Seeing this, the elders watching shook their heads. Looks like barring any surprises, Lin Yan will probably stop at the third floor. Some folks started comforting Qianwu. It's okay if you lost this bet, Qianwu. Just don't punish him too much when you get back. Facing everyone's comfort, the Qianwu blogger just smiled and shook his head. It's too early to make a conclusion now. My apprentice still has plenty of cards left. Just as he finished speaking, Lin Yan's energy in the trial tower suddenly soared. Double, triple, 5 times, 10 times. The domain pressure of the Cancun Aurora shot up too. Thunder Sage's wine glass froze in his hand. How did his aura jump nearly 10-fold? Nine Sword Sage immediately looked at the Qianwu ruler. Body suppression secret technique and soul suppression secret technique. You actually let a star-level disciple learn this kind of secret technique early. The former Wu ruler shrugged helplessly. I didn't provide the resources. He earned them all himself. The first time he entered the Wylan secret realm, Lin Yan got the title Wylan Marquis, Heritage and Divine Envoy Inheritance Crystal. Later, he got the Lock Divine Water worth 6.3 billion Hunyuan. Not even 30 years old, his wealth has already surpassed most king-level immortals. After hearing this, Thunder Sage's face turned sour. No wonder you refused to let him go. You just want to keep this luck, this miracle apprentice close, so your own luck gets better. Meanwhile, in the trial tower, Lin Yan had fully unlocked his talisman power. 8x body talisman.
16x soul array talisman.
7th tower, 3rd floor. 1,000 Torah warriors. Against Lin Yan at full power, they barely fought back. Domain descends. Their movements froze. Next second, the 5-clawed golden dragon roared out. Huge groups of enemies were ripped apart directly. Soon after, the 3rd floor was cleared. The initial point where the former Wu ruler bet was already broken through by Lin Yan. But the real challenge was just starting. 7th tower, 4th floor. 1,000 locusts. Each one mastered higher laws. Individually, they'd have the strength of first place in any genius battle. More importantly, the locusts aren't just fast. They're awesome at hiding and surprise attacks. Back then, Kedi and Shuo also stopped at this floor. Seeing this, the sages shook their heads again. Lin Yan already surpassed Kedi and Shuo, but breaking through the 4th floor head-on still seems impossible. Qianwu ruler didn't answer, cause inside the trial tower, Lin Yan had taken another step forward. Cancun Aurora expanded again. His body trembled a bit, and the next second, beams of dazzling light shot out from him. Each light landed and turned into a clone almost identical to him. Nearly perfect copies. Hundreds, thousands, 10,000 in a single breath. The whole Cancun Aurora domain was filled completely by these clones. 9 Sword Sage and others gasped. 10,000 line stream, 4th floor. Over 10,000 spatial clones. Qianwu, where has your apprentice reached? Qianwu ruler slowly raised one finger. 1.5 years since Lin Yan became my student. It only took him that long to start analyzing the essence of laws. As for now, I'm not too sure either. But he once promised me the universe passing bridge, 4th level, wouldn't be hard for him. At this point, Qianwu ruler deliberately sighed. Too bad. The laws he cultivates are still way too mixed. Thunder Sage finally couldn't hold back. Qianwu, if you show off one more time, I'm gonna beat you up first, and then right in front of you. Snatch your apprentice straight away. At the same time, 7th trial tower, 4th floor, tens of thousands of clones all raised their swords, and the 1,000 locusts hidden in space launched attacks at the exact same moment. This floor once stopped Kedi and Shuo. Billions of epochs have passed. No genius ever broke through directly. But this time, the human tribe's record held for countless epochs. Will it finally break?